There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's script to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma. Another win, oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down loud. Every week we'll recap it slow. Tune in for this little piggy show. From revenge porn to felony, it's a circus, can't you see? The toe is bent, the goal is spent. His empire crumbles, all hell sent. April's playlist on repeat. Aaron's lies we can't defeat. The countdown's on, it won't take long to see this piggy squeal his song. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down, wow. Every week we'll recap it slow. Tune in for this little piggy show. Oh, this little piggy ain't missing a thing. Just sit back, laugh, and watch the king.
Welcome to This Little Piggy, a weekly roundtable discussion about the Steel Toe Morning Show and its cum-slurping, lawfare-using, gay ops perpetrating host, Aaron Imholt. I'm Carl from The Creep Off. With me today is Moody from This Little Piggy.
Hi, tautology. That's very tautological. It's Moody from This Little Piggy. On This Little Piggy.
And Tukey from Tukey Soup, everyone is here. Yay! The return of Tukey.
Let's talk toe. Let's do it.
We're going to talk some toe today. We got a lot to discuss about this. We got to hit a goal today. I know that the toe's going goalless. We don't go goalless on This Little Piggy. That'll never happen. And we have attorney fees to pay for. There's a lot of legal battles going on. So now more than ever, we need to hit these goals. It's very important that we do that. And we do have some very big news that we're going to get into. But first, I want to remind people to go to supertip.gg/WATP. And that's how you can kind of fuck the show up by changing all the momentum we have going and interrupting the flow of what we have.
If you feel the conversation's going too well, just send in a super tip and then we'll
Where's
bring it all to a
Patrick?
grinding halt.
Hey, where's Patrick?
Does Patrick do this show usually?
No, he's hardly ever here. You're right.
I sent him the link.
He's
I don't
always
know.
here.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he might be here soon. We have other people who might be showing up as well, so we'll keep an eye on it, I suppose.
I'm worried. Has he eaten today?
Actually, I do have it on authority because Patrick told me this privately. He is currently on an airplane on his way to Minnesota to go. He wants to go and hang out 501 feet from Aaron. So he's looking forward to just walking perimeter.
Yeah, he's going to be yelling at Nick, teasing him because Nick has to be 1,001 yards away.
Right, yeah, they'll be 500 feet
Yeah.
away from each other as they're both circling this perimeter.
Yeah, their radius is a different.
He's laying low. He's going to live in Karmic's shed.
So yeah, we'll see who joins us along the way, but I see a lot of people are here. There's a lot to talk about. Steel Toe, if you guys remember, he had a court date. I believe it was the 26th of June.
What?
And then he
25th or 26th. I think it was 25th.
Okay, so 25th of June.
Yeah.
And then he came on his show the next morning, the 26th. And he said, "No more drama.
Yep.
I'm not dealing with all this gay ops stuff. We're done with that. We're
It's
just going
all
to
behind me.
It's all behind me. We're doing a real show from now on, and I'm not going to be dealing with all this bullshit outside of the show."
Yes.
And I was shocked to find out he was lying.
Oh, right. So a personality change of Aaron Holt didn't stick?
Correct.
Right.
He actually, as we found out, hours later, a couple hours after saying that, went down to the courthouse and filed an HRO against Nick Rekieta. So he obviously wasn't done with the drama and all the gay ops.
I believe his words were, "I've been waiting for this day for a very long time."
It's going to be such a relief to have this chapter in my life over and I can move on. I'll be done with it, he said.
Just started.
Yeah, just
It really
as he
did.
filed more legal paperwork. I'm glad that things are over while he starts cases.
And I love that he's filing these harassment restraining orders against, an attorney. Does Aaron even have an attorney? He was just filling out a form at the courthouse. I don't even know if he's being represented.
It is it's a mess. The whole thing's a mess. We've got both the HRO applications. We'll go over them later in the show, but it's very obvious that Aaron's doing this by himself.
Yeah, he's not thinking it all the way through, probably. This might actually be something he regrets in the future. I'm going to throw that out there.
It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible for him. It's at best, the judge is going to think that Aaron's an idiot and filed the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. At worst, he's up on perjury charges.
Oh boy.
So,
should Tukey not go to the anniversary party?
Tukey was so ready to go to the anniversary party.
I really was, but now I'm afraid that this little bitch is gonna, come after me. And I'm talking about you, Charlotte Imholt. I expect this from your dad, but god damn it, you little bitch! Why are you being such a little bitch? What?
Wow.
What?
Wow. Tukey.
What? She's on there. Right?
She is, yes.
She probably did. But this was probably her idea.
It was probably her idea. It looked like she wrote it. So, yes, it's very possible.
Bitch.
She's the one that wrote this whole thing up.
Yeah.
It's weird that he's only protected one of his 3 children, though.
Yeah, fuck those others.
Protected or used as a shield.
Right.
Aaron, I would say you want 3 kids as a shield, not just the one. But if you're going to pick one, I guess grab the oldest.
All right. Be cool.
I know, right? When she was singing karaoke in the garage.
Yeah.
That's when she was carefree, living her best life.
Now she's filing HROs and
I know,
taking her dad's side. This is stupid. You should be on our side, Charlotte. What happened?
No, she'll come back around. Wait till she's a teen and she starts rebelling against her parents. She'll be on this little piggy. I'm kidding. These are all jokes. Let's start.
Yay!
Let's start with this Coach Scott saga that happened this week. And I think it's very interesting that we now know Patrick hasn't really been releasing the stuff that he got when he was in Minnesota. We haven't seen the footage that he's been teasing. We teased it on this little piggy a couple weeks ago. We were off last week for the 4th of July, but we teased a little bit of that conversation he had with Coach Scott. And then all of a sudden this HRO comes out and next thing you know, Aaron is done with Coach Scott. Isn't that interesting? Coincidence, right? Just they've been getting along famously for all these years, and now all of a sudden they have a disagreement.
It's right after the video came out of Coach Scott talking to Patrick about Aaron.
No. We just have difference of opinions on boxing. I've only been boxing for like 3 years. He's been doing it for 35? But we share different opinions. Of course, my opinion is right.
Yeah. And his opinion is right, because get as many homeless people involved in boxing as possible. Bring them all in. All right, let's get into the clip so people know what we're talking about. If you don't know what we're talking about, Aaron came on his show. Is this yesterday? No, 2 days ago. This is on Wednesday. Aaron comes on. Thank you, Solid19, for pulling this and talks about this disagreement he had with his.
Because just
buddy.
to contextualize this, what was revealed in the video that Patrick played is that Scott thinks that Aaron doesn't work hard at being a boxer. He's too emotional. He doesn't put the work in, and he just needs to relax and just focus on actually being a boxer. And he can't do that. He's too much of
listen to instructions. Yes, he did call him a woman. He said he was emotional. He said he was like Aaron's like Venus, or the other guy's like Mars. He definitely said that. But he also said he doesn't listen to direction well. He doesn't listen to his coach.
I think I got Aaron in the bad feels, don't you know? I think I did that to him, and I'm sorry if that's the way he reacted, but I didn't mean to, Aaron.
He's a real GIRL, if you know what I mean.
He is a real girl, yes.
All right, let's watch Aaron, and this is something he accuses me of doing. If we have time, we'll get to that. But this is a thing where he is setting up a scenario for himself that's going to be convenient for himself in the future and pretending this is just an organic thing that, oh gosh, you know what? I wasn't even going to talk about this, but this thing went down yesterday at the gym. Because at first he was talking about how it's not air conditioned and it's so hot in there. I'm like, what kind of gym is this? It's not air conditioned.
This is something that Coach Scott prides himself on. It's an
Okay.
old school gym. We don't have any of that fancy Planet Fitness air conditioning. If you want to come here and box, you box.
That's crazy. Oh, look who is here. Holy shit, people are going to be very excited to see this. It is the one, the only, Adam Bush from Who Are These Podcasts. What's up, Adam?
You didn't tell me Tukey was going to be here. I would have made an effort.
Yay! The Nick Swartzen to your Chad Zumach, Carl.
That's right.
Fantastic. Everyone
here
is
too.
wondering what you two have on each other.
So I believe Rob Saul, this is where he's watching at home and talking about us sword fighting because he gets very excited when he sees the two of us together.
No, this is where he's coming right now because we're finally all together.
I see. All right, well, let's get into the
Yay!
clip.
There was also something really cool at the gym today. There was this guy who looked like he was about my age, either a couple years younger, a couple years older, right around that, 30s, 40s. And he came up to me and he starts asking me about boxing.
Okay, hold on. He started this with, there was something really cool that happened today. A guy at a boxing gym asked me about boxing. That's really cool, Aaron. Wow.
It will become clear later on in the story, but this is a homeless man that has walked in off the street.
I
Pretty
love
cool.
talking about boxing. So he's like, and I asked him, I go, you want to go in? I go, I'll talk to Scott. We can get a few rounds in today if you want. And he's like, oh, really? Because, I've only been in street fights, and boxing is...
Pretty cool conversation. This homeless guy comes in, he goes, I like beating the shit out of people at the bar, but I've never done it in a ring before.
Is there a place I can keep my knife? But
Where do people hide their credit cards around here?
Well, why does Aaron think that he can start coaching again? After all that's going on, why would he even present this to Scott? We all know Scott just doesn't want to deal with Aaron anymore.
He's looking
This
for
is
an out.
one of the only ways he can relate to people. He's everybody's coach. He's America's coach.
That's
Oh,
true.
please. Well, I've said it many times. If he does any jail time, he'll be trying to fix people's lives with boxing. 100%.
He'll find Jesus within the first week and be turning other people.
Yes.
It'll be like, technically the homeless aren't people, so this doesn't apply to safe sport.
is way better than that. I just don't understand the footwork or anything else. So I gave him a few footwork drills to do. I gave him a few punching drills to do, head movement drills to do.
Sitting out on the street going man, if only I knew how to do boxing footwork, I'd be Rocky Balboa.
I'm picturing Aaron teaching this guy the footwork. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right. Dancing outside of this old gym with a homeless guy.
What's so great about this, and I hope I'm not spoiling the ending, but it has to end the same way that any kind of relationship with Aaron will end, which is this guy will say, can I have some money?
Correct. He's like, that's not how you beg for money. Here, I'll take you under my wing. I'll show you how to do it.
No matter what kind of day they spend together, it's going to end with him saying, can I have some bread, man? I really need some bread.
Like that. Stuff to work on the heavy bag. I go to Scott to ask him, I'm like, can I take this guy in the ring and just, work him out a little? And Scott I got to say, I lost some respect for him because he went on this rant. Here's a guy who
this is so performative right here. Adam, I heard you're an actor. You might have picked up on this. And Scott, and he's shaking his head, he's like, man, lost some respect for him today.
Yeah.
He rehearsed this before the show started.
It's what he felt from Scott towards him, so he's just explaining it away like this. Because the guy was like, every day with this guy, now you're bringing in a homeless vagrant in the middle of the day that I have to entertain with this moral crisis and gross everybody out. And he asks a lot, Aaron.
Yeah.
This isn't just about this event, though. This is all a manufactured outrage against Scott because Scott betrayed him.
Of course.
By talking to Patrick. So this
yes,
is
thank
all
you for resetting that. Yes.
It's a reason.
This is all about what's going to come out with Scott calling out Aaron and what we're eventually going to see from Patrick Melton. Yes.
I knew him was as this big giant guy. He's probably about 6'6". Looks like he goes about 250, maybe 260. Strong dude too. He's hitting the heavy bag pretty well. And Scott goes, that guy's from the Salvation Army. I told him he's got to work for his money and pay his way around here and no freebies and no one-on-ones. And I'm like,
So now I've seen Scott on video multiple times through their own social media channel, through Patrick. We've heard obviously him on the phone with Chad Zubak. I can't picture this version of get this fucking homeless guy out of my goddamn gym, this vagrant, this bum. I won't have it here.
Well, I mean, we don't know how. I mean, if this guy's been hanging around a lot. I mean, if the guy's been hanging, Aaron's only at the gym.
That's true.
A couple of
Once
hours a week.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Scott's always there.
Yeah,
And
7 days a week. Yeah,
again,
good point.
Aaron's all like, boxing used to be about community. It used to be about teaching people, about discipline. Now all Scott can think about is keeping the lights on in the gym.
Now he wants people to pay for memberships
It's
and
insane.
training. What an asshole.
Also, technically, Aaron isn't allowed to coach people at the moment. We are 2 weeks away from it being 6 months
Moody,
since he's been banned.
When
from
you
Safe
say
Sport.
at the moment, technically he's never been allowed to coach people.
Right.
True. You're right.
They never had credentials to coach people. That's why, and if we get to it, we will. But the phone call with Chad, where even Coach Scott's going like, just go online and take the test. Why haven't you done that? What's so hard about it?
That's what I was saying. It's so insane for him to bring up the idea of coaching this homeless guy one-on-one to Scott. Because Scott's just like, gee willikers, I just need you the fuck out of here, Aaron, but I don't know how to be mean to you because I'm such a nice guy.
Right.
I'll give the guy the one-on-ones. It's okay. I'll work with him. I love it when people want to learn boxing. The more the merrier, I've always said about the sport.
Wow, the altruism right there. I mean, Adam, who's the good guy and who's the bad guy in this scenario? It's pretty obvious to me.
We'd see the same thing with Stuttering John. He couldn't get his oil changed without it being this huge moral dilemma where he was faced against these demons that he was the better person. Like, and even this, it's all this weird, like, man fantasy stuff. Do you vouch for this guy? I'll take him under my wing. Are you sure? Look at him. Yeah, he's mine. All right.
Holt, you've made mistakes in the past.
Exactly, and it's a montage of them learning together and becoming best friends over 80s music, and it's just he can't have just a normal experience where like a homeless guy harassed him, asked him for money, he said no and walked out.
And again, Scott told us Aaron just started boxing like 3 years ago. Yeah. How much of a teacher could he possibly be? His record is 2. I've been playing hockey. I've been playing ice hockey since I was 8. And I don't feel comfortable coaching anyone on the sport. Like, what the fuck could I teach someone? Learn to skate.
And he goes on this rant, and like Scott gets angry. I get it. He's kind of central Minnesota like that, but he starts going,
as opposed to this guy from New York City. What's he talking about?
Comes here from the Salvation Army, and he can work for his money, and I don't do that one-on-one shit. No more of that one-on-one shit. He can pay for it, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
so wait, you volunteered the owner of the gym's time, and he said, well, no, I'm not doing that. I have work to do. I have to actually work with the students who pay for my time.
He also said he can work his way up, which I think is a good trade-off. Like, clean the locker rooms and get free boxing in exchange.
God, there's so many credit cards in this locker room. I got to clean this up. It's cluttered with credit cards.
What the... That's not what boxing is about. That's not what I'm about in the sport of boxing. Someone wants to learn, I teach them. Someone wants to learn some shit, I work with them. Someone wants to go in and work, I work with them. And I gotta say, that was pretty shitty. And then when I learned the guys from the Salvation Army, which means he's staying at the shelter there, it's like, well, what better way for the guy to, have a second chance? That boxing is a second chance sport.
You might want to vet this guy, Aaron. He just met him today. The guy asked him about boxing. He finds out he's staying at a homeless shelter, and he goes, I could definitely vouch for this guy. He's good. He's one of the good ones.
Yo, man, you've been really nice to me, teaching me boxing and all. Yo, give me $100.
Yep.
Motherfucker. Before I beat the shit out of you with your own fucking training.
I don't know about that accent, but I'm assuming that this guy's watched Aaron's show, and he's like, I've seen you go 3 perfect weeks goal free, so you obviously have the money. You can give me some of that money.
That cheap.
This kind of feels we've got there's a Mormon church that's come up just in South Auckland. And South Auckland's just a bit of a rougher area of Auckland. So the Mormon church
You can barely picnic there.
Right.
Why don't you cut that part of the island off so it'll float away?
It's an isthmus, so it'll be it doesn't you can't really cut it away. Anyway, so but this Mormon church.
Hold on, that was very funny. Was that a reference to Johnny Crutches thinking that Hawaii is just floating in the ocean? They can just move it if they wanted to.
Johnny Crutches
He's
is
retarded.
the biggest retard in the world.
Right.
Yeah,
he thought
Physically,
the island's
mentally,
floating.
yes.
He thought there was something called floating islands, where islands aren't attached to the earth. They just sit in the water and free
There was a
float
politician who
around.
was concerned about Haiti
Samoa.
capsizing.
Yeah.
Right. If everyone lives on one side of the island, won't the island tip over? Yes, they said that.
Yes.
And Johnny thought the same thing. How can you have
Sorry,
no
movie.
legs
I
and no
had to
brain?
interrupt because that was a very funny take.
No,
by-
that's
you.
all good. I'd forgotten about that. But we have all these Mormons going on their missions here, and now they've opened up the missions to like Mormons of all genders. So like you have like 18-year-old girls coming here, and I remember a couple of them. These two 18-year-old girls.
Are you on the
posted-
tourist board? You're talking about 18-year-old girls
they-
coming to Auckland, New
They
Zealand?
posted in the South Auckland Grapevine on Facebook, like it's a local neighborhood group, and it's like, hey, we're just a couple of girls. If anyone needs help in their backyards to like help them clean up or anything like that, just
Wait,
let
how old
us
were they?
know.
How old?
Yeah,
Say
they
how old
need
they were
help.
again?
They were 18. They were blonde. Their hair was about down to here. Yeah.
When they needed help, they needed help.
Yeah. They were wearing button-up shirts. They had,
We miss you too,
but
Pete.
it's like the whole thing was like, you guys need to like look out for who you're going to help. Like you can't just go into an area where there's all these people that you think need help and just be like, anyone who needs it.
Right. That's
Aaron
how that
going
works.
down to the homeless shelter saying
Right.
like, who wants boxing lessons? Follow me. Let's go to Scott's gym.
The guy's like, I've beaten a lot of people up in my day, but my footwork is off. I know that for a fact.
That's what it's about. And so when this guy comes in and he's looking to learn the sport and he wants help and he wants to like give him that one-on-one. And I'm not asking Scott to give up his time. I'll give up my time. I gave up some of my time today. We don't like the way boxing works is we don't turn people away from money. We don't turn people away because we're sticking up our nose at where they came from.
Yeah, that's fucking ice hockey shit that he's talking about.
How about turning them away because within the first 2 minutes of knowing them, you know they're involved with street fights?
Good points.
People are looking for a second chance, you help them. They ask for help, you help them. So that
I got an idea. Maybe Aaron could open up a boxing gym with his own money, and then he could bring in all the homeless people he wants and give them free lessons for the rest of time.
Aaron has like 3 empty bedrooms and a friend who needs a place to stay, and he won't fucking bring him in. But he wants
Right.
to teach this guy how to box.
Yeah.
A guy he just met on the street.
Who's like, hey, is there like a switchblade division for boxing?
Where you keep your knife in your glove.
I gotta say, for anyone who follows Who Are These Socials, the show I do with Blind Mike, this has very woke dad vibes to it.
Oh, yes.
It's very much a narcissist who can't stop praising himself for how great he is and how much better he is than everyone else around him.
And it really shows you how much
That
it
kind of-
doesn't pay to be a mentor or a friend to Aaron,
No.
because it took this guy 3 years before he's like, you know what? I know better than my coach.
Right.
3 years. Like, for the rest of your life, if you know them, they're coach to you. Like, they always know better. This guy's already figured it out, and he knows. Maybe you just trust the coach, just even if you don't agree with them. Maybe you just go with it out of respect. How about that, Aaron?
it sucked. And then it just so happened that my buddy Avery, he contacted me today. This was very serendipitous. My buddy Avery writes me and he goes, "Hey, we got a new boxing gym on the east side." I'm like, "East side? That's gonna be hardcore." He goes, "You ever want to come work out or help?"
East side of what, St. Cloud? What are we talking about? Oh, it's rough and tumble over on that east side.
I bet there's like 3 folks from the Salvation Army down at that gym.
Us out and work with the guys. We'd love to have you. And I'm like, hey, let's let's give it a shot. And I think I might head over there. I like Avery. He's a good guy.
Oh, he's got a new mentor. Well, that's good. How convenient. What a perfect timing for Aaron to get a new mentor when just so happens he had a falling out.
It's about time he got headhunted with his 0 for 2 record in boxing.
That's true. Yeah, and I'm glad Avery reached out and he goes, dude, I heard you had a falling out with Coach Scott over training a homeless guy. You want to come over to our gym and do that? Like, that makes sense. Why wouldn't Avery reach out with that?
Well, if I know anything about Aaron, he's quickly going to take Avery to Scott's gym and just try and get them to fight over him.
Well, I think Mersh brought this up, but does Aaron now think like he can just bring that homeless guy to the gym Avery's at and start teaching him there for free?
Well, what'll happen is it'll be like, can you get a ride? It's on the east side. And the guy will be like,
yeah,
no,
that's right.
I can't. He's like, oh, that's too bad. Well, anyway, good luck to you. Work on that footwork I taught you. Guys, there is a goal. We have the attorney fees are piling up over on this little piggy. And we will get into the HRO discussion. That's coming up in a little bit. But first, we have to interrupt everything. We have to stop everything that we're doing, all the fun, to go over to supertip.gg/WATP.
Oh, goddamn.
Anonymous, $20. Justice for Melton. Oh, we have so much to discuss around that. Looking
You'll
forward to
get
it.
none of that money.
That's correct.
ironic.
Well, no, there's a percentage. There's a little percentage. I mean, you got so many partners over there now. And
What?
doing too much for you, but Mr. Beef Drippins.
OMG, where's Patrick? I want him to bust me open like a can of biscuits.
Can I watch them clean up after?
I will say Patrick is threatening to go live on his show later tonight. So nobody
Yeah, he
likes
said-
onions potentially tonight.
He said he's going to do a show later tonight and answer what questions he can. But you know, Patrick, when he says he's going to do a show, it doesn't always mean he's going to do a show.
Chris Engler. Hooray for the return of Tukey. Love you more than a friend.
Yay! Thank you, Chris.
Detroit Dabbler coming in.
Good to have you back on the show, Tokester. You hear about what this ungrateful cum-guzzling loser did to me?
Gosh. See, this guys can't stop talking about me.
You got that right. Anonymous coming in.
Oh, HRO there. Where? Carl, where's your butt buddy Adam? You're not going to rub your riddle chopsticks together?
Gonna start a fire.
I wish Tookie would wear me like a puppet.
Maybe Hackamania 3, perhaps. Ricky Bev.
Hey, buddy, we don't want any trouble, all right? Do what you want to the kid. Just leave me alone.
Let's check that.
Well done, Ricky Bev. That's hilarious. He's just throwing his kids in front of this guy. Connor coming in from Australia. Liam trade CP, right? Tukey?
No, he does not.
No.
Stop it, you monsters. I
just
never said that.
He just has tons of friends who do.
That's all I pointed out. It's insane.
Every person he knows has that. They're actively trading it, but he's not one of those.
That's all.
That's all.
So I guess Aaron's little cup holder is part of the Dabbleverse now. The toe can't stop screwing up his life for himself. This circus has only just begun, guys. I love this.
It really has, producer Chris. You got that right. Principled Uncertainty coming in.
I could have been a contender. Listen, young lady, you float like a rock and sting like an F.
It's close to the thing. Hi, Tukey, Adam, Moody, Carl. Shut the fuck up. Someone's got to read these non-AI super tips. Coach Aaron's Cummy Lips. Big muscly dude here. Is there a doughy, out-of-shape noodle man who I can get boxing advice from? That's how it went down. Old Craig coming in.
Oh my God! Keep talking about hot 18-year-old Mormons. You Australian fuck, I'm going to come. Fantastic. Yeah, wait, I don't understand that story. Did this guy pay to work out in the gym that time, and that's where he saw Aaron? Or did he really see him outside of the gym?
He walked into the gym.
Yes,
Okay.
according to Aaron, this guy came up to him and said, "Hey, I have questions about boxing." And Aaron went, "Holy shit, You're the exact right place for that, buddy.
Yeah, right. So this guy just wandered into the gym, probably because it was hot outside. Probably thought there would be air conditioning. Went, fuck.
Little did he know, Coach Scott is
Right?
Yeah.
If this was a community theater play, it wouldn't play out like this. It would be really
Right.
unbelievable for characters to just enter at those moments.
So he walked in and he scanned the room and went, man, I'd really love to learn this sport they call boxing. That guy should be the one who teaches me how to do it. Yeah, like it's so weird.
I don't know if you know this, Tukey, but people look for vulnerable victims.
Well, yeah.
They kind of scope out the room. They go, "That's an asshole I can take advantage of."
Yeah,
that guy's got an inflated self-confidence.
Right.
Perfect.
See, I'm falling into Aaron's trance or whatever of that. This guy really did come in there with the intentions of boxing, learning to box.
Yeah, I'm not buying it either. I think that Coach Scott would know better. Rand Brannigan coming in.
It's not maliciously manipulative at all for me to introduce a random homeless street fighter to my local gym and then try to guilt Scott into giving him free lessons. I'm the hero.
I've been robbed. He has my family.
Aaron really doesn't understand how he comes off. It's very funny.
Michael Jackson video for Beat It taught me these kinds of blood feuds end with everyone bleeding or dancing, but I digress. Guys.
That is correct, Karmic. John O'Reilly, I see the HRO is working. Well, we'll get into it. Oh. Nava down south. Wet Brain Imholt uses his kids as a shield like Stut Joe. Very similar locale arcs, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, don't talk
incredible.
about this kid. Here's a picture of the kid I don't want you to talk about. Look at these kids on my Twitter profile. Just don't talk about any
This kid's mother
of them.
called me and said that no one had ever said her son did a good job before.
Yeah, and I advise Charlotte Imholt to stop watching all this crap if she's so bothered by it.
Turn off the TV.
Just
what are you doing?
turn it off. I advise her to just turn this off. It's fucking bullshit. She changed.
I'll just say this real quick because it's been a long, strange trip. But the only reason why any of us know about Aaron's daughter is because he was trying to rub it in Nick's face when he lost his kids. Yes. That he was hanging out with his daughter and he had to post it on his NLO Twitter feed. It's the only reason why any of this is happening. Brian Workman just became a YouTube member. Thank you, Brian. Get bonus episodes every month. We're doing one this Sunday. Old Craig, Aaron and Scott broke up. Sup, Tukey Man?
Sup, yo?
Citizen M, dispute your charges from the grift trip.
Was Scott the guy that was like went to bat for him on the internet that did his little sketch? So again, I point to this guy as my verification of that I'm a good person. Now that guy's full of shit. He's evil. He has bad political beliefs. He's out to get me and the world. So he's an enemy. Crazy how that happens to these guys.
Gay boner coming in with $1.99, right around my age, could be 15 or 25.
It's like, as what was Pretty Antisocial did like an episode on like narcissistic hurt, like when narcissistic people are hurt by someone else and how they like have vengeance against them. And so this feels very much like that. Scott betrayed him, even though Scott's like gone above and beyond to bat for Aaron, to the point where he's been review bombed because he was standing up for Aaron. But now, because of this one homeless guy, suddenly Aaron can throw all of it away.
Don't you get the impression that Aaron thought him and Scott's relationship were more like a father and son? And then we find out from Scott that Aaron's just some other douchebag that comes to the gym once a week. Like he doesn't see it like that at all. It's amazing.
Zom247 with £5. Love you, love the show for the love of God. Can someone get Rocco, Tukey, to watch The Terminator? Adam, lads, pull him up. Much respect.
I've seen the second one.
Oh, you got to watch the first one. It's a fantastic
good.
movie. Yeah, it's great. The best one in my opinion. Don't get fooled by special effects. First one.
I've only seen the second one.
Gay, Adam, you disagree? Gay boner, 30 is to 20 as 40 is to 50. That's a big gap, Toe. Gay boner again. It's called Steel Toe, but his logo is a steel soul. Yes, we have pointed that out. The man who made that sign for him, I think Aaron feels obligated to use it.
It's also heading right into his head, like it's kicking him in the head.
Yeah,
and their tap shoes.
Yeah, he was sitting when he first got it. he was sitting so you could see the name of his show, Steel Toe Show. And then he decided, like, I should cover up that part that gives me all my branding and have a boot kicking me in the head instead.
Yep.
Smart. Hamhead, remember for 9 months, who knew what the Steel Toe hot tub stream would eventually unleash to the world? Am I wrong that it was the tipping point? If not, what do y'all think? I think they've admitted that was the tipping point. Right?
Yes.
That was when Aaron was pretending that him and Kayla weren't fucking. She doesn't like me, guys. He was being that stupid little cute.
She did look disgusted by him during that stream. I bought it.
Well,
But then they were soulmates.
They were soulmates.
Everything moves so fast in his stupid life.
We're just going to leave this one up. Best Friday ever, no Melton. Yes, James R.
This feels right.
Yeah, this feels good on this channel.
Breathe
right
easy,
now.
you know? There's just a lightness in the air.
Much less yelling.
Diablo Sandwich, $2. Looks like my Finding Forrester moment. Aaron, yes. And JC, who's been gifting memberships on this channel, she says, sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful, when you are real, you don't mind being hurt. The Velveteen Rabbit.
So
That's
true.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
We learn a lot from literature, and we appreciate you, JC, for being here. Okay, do you want to see the update on Coach Scott? So that was on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, someone goes, that was a pretty crazy story about Coach Scott you told the other day. What's up with that? And Aaron responds, the only way that Aaron can respond, by calling that person an asshole for bringing it up, which is so bizarre. Oh, no, do I have the wrong link?
You pasted it after YouTube.
Thank you. You guys are the best. Look at my tech support over here.
Oh, someone look at his
Dollars?
Google.
Childish. I don't understand the Scott thing. What do you mean the Scott story from yesterday?
What do you mean the Scott story from I love that too. Again, it's performative. Aaron's just like, huh? Wait, I don't. You guys are weird. What are you talking about?
But why did he read it? Was it a free chat?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is he even bringing it up?
I don't know.
There's millions of, or I mean, not millions, but there's thousands of things that pass by during the chat that you don't bring up.
On your show, yes, dozens for Aaron.
But
dozens.
And
Yes.
if you notice, when people are trying to remember something, they stop, kind of. They freeze because they're trying to think and they don't want to use their energy somewhere else. They don't, unless it's actually your keys and you're looking for them. You're not, making
hammer
this
time.
this grand gesture of how you're, what are you talking about? It's not real.
That he and I disagree on what boxing is about. You guys are girls, man. I tell a story about how two men disagree, like, hey, man, I think we should help this guy and we should teach him. And Scott's like, no, he's from the Salvation Army. He needs to bring more money and this one-on-one shit. That's his take. My take is, man, I want to help anybody who wants some help. I love boxing and I want to teach other people how to box. And then people like Childish Elder are like, what?
He didn't phrase it that way at all.
No.
When he was talking about Scott, he said, I've lost a lot of respect for Scott.
Correct.
That's not having a disagreement with someone.
No, thank you, Moody. That's a good point. Things have changed drastically. It was just like, do you guys remember that from yesterday? I can't remember talking about it. What do you mean? Like, this is a very important part of your show where you set up the fact that you're leaving that gym because humiliating video is going to come out with Coach Scott soon. I'll just
It's
say
already
that.
come. It had already come out.
Yeah,
So
some of
this
it's
is
come
like-
out, yes.
Yeah.
I want to teach other people how to box. And then people like Childish Elder are like,
Okay, watch this. That's a great freeze frame. So he says, people like Childish Elder are like, now remember, all he saw was a free chat that came up, something about the story with Scott. And I've learned something about Aaron. The more ridiculous the voice he uses to act like that person's unhinged, the more insecure he is about what he's talking about. So he's going to discredit this guy, not by discrediting this guy, but by doing it in an impression of him that's over the top ridiculous to show you what an imbecile he must be.
We call that a straw man fallacy.
Yes.
Moody,
And ad hominem. It was interesting. He's
Moody,
doing both.
I took a screenshot so when he sues Super Tip, we can replace him with Asian Aaron Imholt. So we'll be
Beautiful. Love it.
why are you talking shit about? God, you guys are girls. You can tell people who don't have friends and like never have disagreements and never argue or oh, it's so pathetic.
You said you were leaving the gym. You said your buddy Adrian called you. Wait, did he say Adrian?
Avery.
Avery. Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, that's right out of Rocky. I must be getting that wrong. He said Avery called him, and he's leaving the gym now over this disagreement. And now he's coming out here and just being like, you can't even remember that? There was nothing. We just disagreed on a homeless guy getting free stuff.
Why is he so willing to throw away a 3-year relationship with Scott for this ragamuffin he met on the street literally 5 minutes ago?
Because it's not about that.
It's not about that at all.
It's about vengeance against Scott for betraying him with Patrick.
Scott embarrassed him. And so he can't associate with Scott anymore.
And I just want to say you're being a little sensitive about that impression, very much like Stuttering John's impression of you, Carl. It's not Aaron's fault that Scott sounds like that.
No, this is a random viewer who's typing in the chat, Adam. He actually has no idea what this guy sounds like.
Oh, okay, but still, chances are.
But yeah, but if you put on that affect, then the viewers will be like, oh, that guy's an idiot. Why are you even reading his stuff? You know, we get fooled by this very easily.
And it seems everyone in his world has that voice.
Yes.
Also, I totally question your how genuine you are about this.
Yeah. All your viewers hate you. Correct. You should.
Don't respond. You're just going to reveal more. I question how genuine you're being. Just, you know what? Don't say anything. Just say, Aaron, you're right, and move on. Because I've got you. Oh, that was the other thing. The steel toe haters also said they called Wapakata, and there was.
Okay. Well, that gets into a whole other thing. So that was the update that he had the next day. I do want to scrub to this, and then I'll get into Chad's phone call with Coach Scott. But this is something that Aaron does every, 4 or 5 months, where he explains the show's never been better. This is great.
We'll go where you guys pay me to go. And
that's a weird thing, too. He goes, guys, the show is whatever you want it to be. Just give me money and tell me what to do. The show is the craziest thing a host has ever said.
The Steel Toe Morning Show is kind of like a taxi. In which case, you are the riders, and you pay me, and I, the driver, take you where you want to go.
I don't know how to get there, so if you give me directions, that would be helpful, too.
Yeah, and cab fare. This morning, he was talking about, it was a cover songs between, the best cover version of different songs, battled it out. And he realized
missed that?
Yeah, exactly. Even he realized just how boring this was, and he had this attitude of like, well, this is what you guys want to talk about, so that's what we're going to do. He takes no pride.
It's insane.
No prep. Yeah.
I've never heard Howard Stern go like, all right, what should the next segment be? We'll go to the phones.
I heard him today. He was basically just talking over music. And he's like, whoa, this sounds like radio. It's like, all right, we're coming back from this hit. There was some country song. And he just came back from like the bathroom.
Man of Constant Sorrow. He was listening to all the different cover versions and deciding within a couple seconds whether it was good or not. And when one had a long intro, he said, could never play on radio. You have to have the vocals in much earlier. Because he knows this stuff. He's a music guy.
Of course.
3 weeks of drama-free content and 3 weeks of not having any goals has been, honestly, since... the first days of Twitch, I've never had this much fun doing the show. This has been remarkable.
It's clockwork with this asshole. It's unbelievable. He just goes, guys, I know that I said 6 months ago the show has never been better, but actually the show has never been better than now. Good to know.
This no goals doesn't mean no goals.
Correct.
He's been begging for money constantly.
Yes.
This entire period.
He's been stressing out more than usual, in fact.
Right.
He gets upset because he's missing by so much. He's just like, all right, well, we'll figure it out tonight, I guess. The evening crew will figure it out.
At one point Monday night, Joey C had more live viewers than Steel Toe.
Oh, my gosh. I want to talk about, well, since you brought that up, I'll address this real quick. Aaron has been doing this thing where he's trying to pretend that he's got tons of viewers, and don't look at YouTube views because I'm also on Kick and Rumble and Twitter, and so he keeps adding different platforms, and then he goes to this thing Restream, and he looks at the analytics and he goes, "Oh my gosh! If you saw my Restream analytics, it's unbelievable how many people are watching the show." Meanwhile, I see people reporting back. They're like, "I'm watching on Kick, and I'm the only person watching."
Yeah, Kick has 2 to 3 people max.
There's no one watching on Kick.
there.
it's well documented that Rumble numbers are complete bullshit. I mean, when Cardiff was on Rumble exclusively, he had a lot of viewers, so we know that's not true.
But you can assume, just even if you assume that they're correct, it's still low. What inflates them is the Twitter numbers, because Twitter never tells you how many are watching right now. It tells you how many people have viewed
If you scroll by it, if you scroll by it like
viewer.
this, that's a viewer, an active viewer.
So they count
Twitter.
that. That's what's being added on top.
This morning he had like 270, and I heard him say we have over 800 watching all over, and Melton had about 300, 400 watching through him. So I don't know if he's counting Melton or not.
Oh, there you go. That could be it, because that would be kind of legit.
bad.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I never thought of that.
He's been flip-flopping. It used to be, look, the morning show knocks it out of the park every day. And then it was the evening show is actually the good one. The morning show doesn't know what they're doing. And now it's back the other way. The morning show's got it. The evening
Moody,
show doesn't know
you have
what
to understand, he's competing with Summertime.
Oh,
The
yeah,
evening
summer.
show has been struggling because he's competing with Summertime,
They have the
which
pool then. The
which is
pool's
weird
open.
because it's July 11th and it's Friday. And we have over 1,500 people here watching, but that's crazy. We're competing with Summertime.
No, but we like you've cultivated an audience of basement dwelling losers,
That's
whereas
right.
he's
Okay.
got like Sigma, like amazing.
Well, they
brainy
go out-
people that go outside.
in my
They go-
defense, this is mostly Tukey and Patrick Melton fans, but go ahead, Tukey.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say most of his fans, they go outside where their phones overheat, so they can't actually use their phones in the summer to listen to the show like they do in the winter. Also, Bluetooth doesn't work as well in the summer. What the fuck does the summer have to do with anything? Wouldn't you
insane.
think people have more free time to listen to things? Like I was on the beach listening to certain things, like we were blasting Karmic X too, but
Jesus,
I
I knew
listened to
he was
Cardiff.
going to brag about his vacation. Oh yeah, how was the weather there? Was it nice for you,
That was
Tukey?
fantastic.
You had fun.
But I never got that. Like
No,
he still
I
thinks
know.
it's like you can only get him in the car, like on the radio.
There's one computer in the house, and it's like it's my turn. All right, I'm going to watch Steel Toe. It's like that's how
I'm waiting
that
for a
works.
phone call. You can't use it. You can't.
Yeah, that's how that works at all.
But like I said, that whole idea I think is like that old way of thinking of no one's working in the summer, therefore they're not driving in their cars. So that's what he like. It makes
Wow,
no
yeah,
sense.
everything is from that old school
Right.
radio rating system. He thinks he's on the Scantron.
Right, but he forgets we're all just listening on our phones. Stupid.
I never realized. I was watching this morning and I was going through the chat. I didn't realize that this was like I don't know if it's always been like this, but the chat is just endless. It's like he's that band playing in the cage in the Roadhouse bar, and they're just throwing beers endlessly. Like he's doing this uppity, happy morning show while people are just like, I was taking pictures and writing this stuff down. It's just relentless. There is wrenches I see that aren't saying mean things, but they're not saying anything good, and the rest of it is just
Someone's
hate.
got a Photoshop chicken wire in front of him.
That's what
as
it is,
he's
yeah.
doing his show, just beer bottles smashing on
And he's the
it.
blind guy playing steel, just trying to block it all out, pretending everything's cool, but it's not. Like, that's a very wild, traumatic environment to be trying to do a show during, no matter how many people there are.
That's
Were you on
hilarious.
the YouTube or the Rumble chat?
This is the YouTube.
Oh, the Rumble's a different.
Oh, yeah, I
Camouflage.
bet it's even nicer there. I bet that's where everything's kind of calm and cool, and they're just watching it.
Chips and Diff says, remember when we told you to stop the drama stuff a year ago?
Oh yeah, okay. So I think it's into that. All right, let's fast forward, and then we're gonna get to the HRO stuff. But I just want to tie a bow around the Coach Scott stuff because Chad Zumock was on his show.
My buddy, my pal.
Oh yeah, you're unblocked, right? You guys
I
are friends
am
again.
unlocked. We are friends again. He said I can't text him though, so I am not texting him anymore.
Congratulations.
After the 3 texts I sent him to apologize and then say, hey, don't count these texts
Right.
as part of,
Wow, those are going into court documents as we speak.
Did you
Unfortunately,
send him another text after that, telling him not to discount that last one? That
Yes.
was just.
Yes, I've sent him 3 because he did say he's going to file a police report against me because he said that's what we do now.
right.
I don't need that.
Call Coach Scott. We got to get to the bottom of this, and that's not a bad idea.
What I love about this clip, and thank you to Stalin19 for clipping it this way. It starts with this wasn't even Chad's idea. He had to have Mint Diggity give him $1.99 to be like, hey, you know how you call Coach Scott all the time? This would be a really good time to get an update on this shit. It's like, oh yeah, good idea. I'll do that.
My friend Chad's a little slow.
He's my friend.
Hello, this is Scott.
Hey, Coach Scott, this is Chad Zumach.
Chad, how are you?
I've talked to you before. Is it okay if I talk to you real quick?
Yep. I have nobody in, so.
Does Chad think that means, hey, you're on the air and we're recording
Right.
this? It's okay if I
Court
talk
of
to you.
law, yeah, he's hoping.
It's okay if I talk to you real quick. I think what you meant to say was, I'm live on YouTube right now, and you're on with me.
I don't think he cares about that.
Who doesn't care about that?
Chad. He wasn't thinking that. He was just like, do you have time to talk to me? Like, are you busy?
Yeah, I don't think Coach Scott cares either. But
And Scott, is it cool if I profit off this phone call even just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's- Also, Florida's two-party consent.
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah.
So there's been some stuff going. You're aware of all this podcast nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta pause it right there. So I get a text from our thread that says Chad's calling Coach Scott. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll pull that up. So I pull up this, and I'm like, I'm very interested to hear what Coach Scott had to say about this interaction that I heard Aaron talk about twice. And the first question is, you're aware of all this podcast stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gee willikers, Chad. How the fuck do you think I got your number or you got mine? Like, of course. I've talked to you many times about this shit.
What does that question even mean? Like, anyway, all right, it gets worse.
I mean, it's podcast. I mean, it's, job. I guess I don't call it, nonsense. It's just out there. It's really deal with it and go from there.
That's kind of funny. Coach Scott is like, yeah, we have 132 negative Yelp reviews or Google reviews. I don't know if it's just nonsense. It seems like people are paying attention to it, but thanks for asking.
Yeah, Aaron's literally going to jail because of podcasts.
Right.
It's
yeah,
quite
it's real. It's the
serious.
real world. It is. Yep.
And Chad says, are you aware of all that podcast nonsense? He's like a kid with a cooking set that's not real, that's like a toy. That's his way of doing like an interview sum up of what's been happening, for the audience and for him. He thinks that's what he just did.
Right. Let's get everyone up to speed. So there's been some podcast nonsense. All right, now that
Shit
you're all
happened
here.
and stuff, and you were, so go. You.
All right.
Both you and I have learned, but you go ahead.
Oh no, because the reason I'm talking about this because you're aware of Aaron Emholt and Steel Toe and all that stuff that's going on.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! What was that question? Are you aware of Aaron and Steel Toe and all the stuff that's going
He's
on?
not listening. He doesn't know what to say.
What
He's
stuff?
acting like this is the first time he's talked to him.
I know.
Retard.
Yes, he's very aware of Aaron
And I
and
love
Molten
him.
Steel Toe.
I
He
love
gets
him.
nervous. He gets
Do you
nervous
think?
when it's the
Do you
big
think when
moment.
Chad? Do you think when Chad calls up Nick, he's like, "So Nick, you're aware of all this like stand-up shit?"
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, remember me? I'm that guy who opened for you. Remember that? How did you feel about that?
All
Nick,
right.
roll over.
I'm going to get sidetracked for just 1 second.
With morning breath.
But Tukey, since you're friends with Chad and none of us are,
Yes.
is he gay or not? What's going on?
No.
No?
He tells me many times he's not gay, even though I tell him, Chad, it's okay. Just come screaming out of the closet. You'll open yourself up to a whole new audience. But I mean, come on, Carl. Who wears another man's hat the next morning? Like,
So
Chad
wait, you're
did
giving me
for-
big signals here. What are you saying? You're saying he's not gay, but then you're saying that
Yes.
him and Nick Swardson, like, there's a reason why he gets to open for Nick
Yes.
on the road. Which part of
Yes.
this am I supposed to understand?
You're supposed to not understand any of it, Carl.
Okay.
You're supposed to make your own assumptions.
But,
But
like,
if I'm
is gay for pay actually gay though?
Yes. The answer
know?
is
yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Unfortunately.
Thanks for asking.
And I've told Chad that many times.
And also, isn't the act of a comic coming out who used to be this kind of guy and is now trying to be this kind of guy that had this relationship, like, isn't that all so much more interesting than like
Yes.
his thoughts on the local Walmart or whatever his bit is about?
He would get a
That'd be great.
Netflix. If he went gay and then trans, he'd be on Netflix. Like he would be way out of the dabble verse or the shit verse or whatever he calls it.
Yeah.
But even besides the gay thing, can we talk about how he owes Tukey and many others $500? And that is what everyone should be talking about. We do not care if you are gay, Chad. We would actually embrace you if you were gay. But stealing people's money and not paying up like a true carnival barker, for shame.
So you're talking about the death pool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always bring that up.
He really dropped the ball on that whole death pool thing. He doesn't understand how a death pool works. Like, all right, so we got 27 people who have ski masks. Like, no. One person gets ski masks. That's how
this
that's
is
supposed to
sweet. And they all gave me $2. That's like $48. Suckers.
Well, there's a thing going around right now that you guys had a difference of opinion where he wanted to bring a homeless man into your establishment and he wanted to train him. And you're like, no, I'm running a business here. And he got offended by that. And now he's going to go to a new gym.
He not really a question, but I'll give it to him. He did finally explain the context of what's going on.
Ken, I know. That was yesterday, and and again, I didn't know the gentleman was homeless at all. I mean, everybody that comes in, they pay. I mean, I got a couple of kid boxers that.
If you live in a shelter, are you really homeless, though? I would say no.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
you are.
You're still kind of homeless.
So
it's not a good place, Carl.
No, I'm not.
It's not the best.
I'm saying at all.
I know you're an abortion guy, but like,
I heard they give you meals. It's pretty sweet.
You just got a dog, Carl, that you'd appreciate something outside of yourself. What a great cop or interrogator Chad would be. He's like, here's what the other guy said. Here's all of his info.
Right.
Is that true or not?
Yeah.
Why don't you just ask him did Aaron come in today? What happened?
Yeah, right. Adam, that's a great point. He's laying out everything that the other side said and just being like, what was your conversation yesterday?
Right.
And then you get some like,
so there was no homeless guy.
Right.
Are you saying my buddy Chad, amongst other things, can't interview either?
I'm proving it. I'm not saying it. I'm proving it.
Bitch.
It's a unique style. It's his own style. It's the Z-Man. It's TM Zumak.
But Scott, I think you can just mention a subject around him, and then he'll rant until you mention a new one.
Oh, this conversation is so boring. I mean, that's all I wanted to hear was Scott's take on this, and I was tapping out 3 minutes. I'm like, what are they talking about?
Chad lost total control. He couldn't shut Scott up.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I'll cut the kids a deal, but some of the adults,
right?
I mean, Chad, I work every day.
Go ahead.
It's rope-a-dope. He's wearing them out. That's what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, right?
Okay,
Just keep talking and talking. He'll tire himself out and get bored and leave, and he'll win.
Right.
He's an older boxer. He knows how to handle this guy.
Totally. Right.
You know, and like some of these people, it's kind of like, hey, everybody can work, and you know, I'm here 7 days a week, and we might not be as cheap as Planet Fitness, but you know, if you want to work out in a place.
All right, so at this point, this is where Chad goes, oh, yeah, no, I understand. It's a really nice boxing gym. But the question, though, is, and then...
This guy doesn't give a shit. He's like, I'm just going to do an ad for my... Because I know you're probably recording this, so I'm just going to talk about how great my gym is, go through the membership prices, instead of answer your fucking question.
Like NPR.
If you want to have things like amenities and air conditioning, well, then you can go to a real gym. That's not what we do here.
No, I know compared to Planet Fitness, it's tough, but you know.
Scott really speaks like an AI that's been created to waste the time of Indian phone scammers.
That's funny.
Like, imagine getting this guy to change the password on his computer or something like that.
This is like a skit out of like Jim Florentine's terrorizing telemarketers.
Trying to pay more for other amenities that other places have. I mean, if you want pink, pretty, and purple, you go to the Planet place.
It's nice to be extraordinary.
Chad's just hitting buttons.
Yeah, he can't stop himself. He's like, I haven't hit a button in a while. He was like freaking out. Idiots.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But yeah, you know, I know he had yesterday had asked, and I mean, I know I didn't have any time, and at the same time too. You know,
so there's a lot of speculation this was you calling Tukey.
When you hear the ding, it's Tukey.
It's
finally talking about
well, Aaron, I mean, why, you know, it sounded like he wanted to work with him, but, you know.
Does Chad not know how to dismiss a call that's coming in while you're on another call? Seems like a pretty easy thing to do, right? Okay.
Oh, oops. Are you still there?
Wrong button.
Hello. This is.
Damn. I lost him.
Okay.
That's enough of that.
But meanwhile, Scott keeps talking through that whole thing. When he switches back to him, Scott hasn't missed a beat.
Amazing.
Scott's a treasure.
I don't. Was there any other highlights from that phone call that we should discuss, or you guys ready to move on? Okay.
That was it.
That was the part that I enjoyed. Him fumbling.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
And basically what Scott said was, we don't have time to do one-on-ones here. There's a certain time every week. If you want to come and learn, everyone's welcome. Come that time.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, there is a group thing that we do, and you can come and be part of that. And if you want one-on-one, it costs a certain thing. And he kept bringing up being a high school coach, and you can go to a college and minor in this thing, and then you could be a coach. I felt like he was talking about Aaron, and it's just like, Aaron, if you want to be a coach, you got to go to school and like become a coach. There's a course for this.
Mm-hmm.
I got that sense. Anyway,
I
wish
think
Chad had explored it more, because I would have been like, you talking about Aaron? You know, like a follow-up question or two would have been nice.
I don't think Aaron would be able to do any of that. He's violated a restraining order, and he's up on felony charges for harassment. It's going to be difficult to go.
No. He got a $50 fine and a slap on the wrist a couple weeks ago.
Right. Yeah, sorry. Ticky-tack foul.
I've been paying attention. I was in Ocean City, and did I miss something? All right, we're going to get caught up. Supertip.gg/WATP is the way to ruin this show for everybody who's watching. And then we're going to get into the HRO stuff. We probably wouldn't have gotten into this, except for it was announced this morning on Aaron's show. He decided to come out and talk about it, so I'll play the clip. We like to have context around here. But first, Anonymous coming in.
Glove up, kiddo. I'll teach you boxing one-on-one. For now, I'll teach you how to smack a man's speed bag.
Did someone say smack a man's speed bag? Also, did someone say the word kiddo?
You're on it. Daddy Poopy.
Liam is a PDF file.
Liam loves kids more than Captain Alex.
I didn't say that.
Sounded like you.
Jeez. What not, Chaser?
Guys, I felt so bad for that enormous transient. So I took him back to my place to let him wreck Slam Pig's pussy while I sat crying on the floor and vigorously masturbating.
Did you do a cleanup with the old steel townge?
You know it, bro. Your boy did pretty well. Another win for the toe.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Could this be the new bowl in his life that he's bringing to the boxing gym? Huh. Wants to get the bowl in shape. Mr. Beef Drippin's coming in.
Who's down for butt stuff? Where?
And in.
All right. Anonymous.
And Moody play the Minnesota tapes. Aaron can't find New Zealand on a map, so he's safe. Toe is such a tard, and that's me saying that.
I think he could still file for HROs or things like that against me. And then they could be served like
Moody's like, bring it.
It's like the one against Ethan Ralph. Ethan Ralph wasn't in the
That's
US.
true.
He lives
Yeah,
in
he's in
Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah.
And they got him on the border. So it would be very
it'd be very inconvenient for Hackamania 3. Yes, I agree.
Or just business travel in general. I go to the States for business a lot.
I know, but I'm making it about me. Right. I see you at Hackamania every year.
Right, so Hackamania is your thing. Got it.
X-nay on telling him how to up your life up, A.
RPG Soundforge coming in.
Thank you for introducing me to Woke Dad. This guy is pure comedy gold. Do you think he knows he's a gay man? Did he grow up religious? What's with that soft yet condescending vocal affect? More.
Yes, he did grow up religious, and no, he doesn't know he's gay yet. We have to tell him. Michael P. coming in. I saw T2 before the original was way better. Sorry, Lady K. Hurt you more than a friend. R.I.P. Tara. Go Bills. You're wrong about that, Michael P. You got fooled by the special effects like everyone else. Terminator 1's a better story.
I was the kid in the Mean Joe Green commercial. That's how I remember it.
No, that was me.
Neelax 44.
I'm the greatest boxing coach. The spirit of boxing lives within me. Never mind that I'm 0-2, got TKO'd in the first round, and love the taste of cum. Here's a footwork drill to do. First, take your pants off.
There's no cum eating in boxing. Remember when Tom Hanks said that in that movie?
Yes.
KFT coming in.
Oh, Haro, I'm Tookie. Me robe you ring time. Ching ching ding don. Shuli knew.
As a National Socialist and as German soldier, I enter upon this struggle with a stout heart. My whole life has been nothing but one long struggle for my people, for its restoration, and for Germany.
We got to fix my voice.
Can I see you in the other room for a second, Carl?
RPG soundboard's coming in again.
Oh, sorry, Coach Scott. Guess helping a broke Street Fighter is where you draw the line? But me? I just got a couple restraining orders and one tiny revenge porn lawsuit. There's suddenly standards?
Anonymous coming in.
Jeff Healy from Roadhouse was a treasure. Rest in peace.
All right. Thank you, Ant. Good to see you. Charlotte's Web. Moody, can you tell the story of how Stevie Lou's wife left?
Oh.
I don't know anything about that.
Is she with you? Is that what he's saying?
Clark Griswold. Minnesota has the Police Athletic League for free boxing. This is a very common in the sport. Aaron is full of shit. So he's saying that there is opportunities for second chances in boxing, that it doesn't have to be at a private business. Is that what you're telling us? Makes sense.
If you want to do anything, you can just go do it. No one can stop you from doing stand-up anywhere. You can busk. You'll find a way.
Unfortunately, no. Yes, I was just hanging out with Vinny earlier today, and we have the funniest person in Rochester contest that he runs.
That's torturous.
It's brutal. Anyway, naturally negative $10. The day after thing with Coach Scott is such a fantastic example of how Aaron lives only in the present. He should really change the name of Steel Toe to 51st Beefs. He does only live in the present. JC, Drunken Donuts. May the trickle-down economy buy you a cinnamon munchkin on me. 3 for 75 cents. No hard feelings. I was reminded today is Free Slurpee Day, too. I don't know if that's happening in New Zealand, but...
I don't know what a Slurpee is.
Free Slurpees, everyone. Queefer, nobody likes Tonians. Tukey is the least puppet-looking on the screen.
That's very true. And Moody, you saying you don't know what a slushie is didn't bring me any closer to knowing whether they have them in New Zealand or not.
Right.
It's true. Aaron's Feel Bads. Coach Scott hurt me. Yes. Perfect avatar. Queefer, nobody likes Tonians. Hi, TLP gang. What do you guys think of Sid Rosenberg?
He sucks.
I don't know who that is.
He welches on his bets.
PL, Moody, how long have you been cutting your own hair? Usually I get those.
This sounds like it should be insulting, but I don't know what it means.
Rocker
You're not gonna answer
Orbeez
it?
do.
You're just going to let it go? Okay.
I haven't been cutting my own hair. It's a loaded question.
Okay.
I saw the one thing SJ was better than Chad. Asking questions. Gay Boner, T1 may be a better story, but T2 is a better movie. All right. You know what? I'm not going to argue this anymore. I haven't seen either of those movies in decades. You could be right. What do I know?
Right. He's right.
Tony Baloney, remember for 2 months. Hey, Carl, Adam, and Moody. I'm giving this a try, though I'm not into Aaron. I was curious if you think there's enough interest for a weekly Opie show. Yeah, it's called WATP. It's actually it's only twice a week.
There's isn't there like less narrative involved with Opie? Like his life is a constant slog. Whereas
it is. Yeah, it's not the same drama thing that's going on. I will say though that Point Dabble Point, which we do on my channel and Chewy's channel on Mondays, and we might have a very interesting episode this Monday, Adam. I don't know what the update is on that. We don't have to talk about it, but we do cover Opie now on Point Dabble Point, and that's a weekly show.
You can just play any random 6 minutes and just it's really incredible what you're seeing over there. And the similarities between Aaron and Opie and John are really endless. Something happens that's so similar, and they have the same responses, the same voices and hero complex. They have to control everyone's reality and delusional about their ability to do it. It's really endless.
And they were all radio guys who were able to project out and never hear anything back. They never got any feedback back. And it's fucking with them now that people are able to be in the chat room and be on
take
social
it as a
media.
betrayal. Like life wasn't supposed to be like this. I was supposed to talk and everyone shuts the fuck up.
Exactly.
This is not right. Feels wrong to them.
The sense of vengeance though from Aaron, I think completely makes him different from the others. Like Aaron would cut
okay, hold on a second. Stuttering John is actively trying to sue me right now. He demanded $600,000 from me. We told him to go fuck his hat, and his response is that he just can't afford to get an actual attorney, but he wants to do that.
Yeah. But see, Aaron would cut off a finger if it means like Nick loses 2 fingers.
That's
like
true.
he doesn't he has no self-preservation instinct as long as he's hurting other people. Whereas Stuttering John thinks about how much money he's got left before filing.
You know what? All right, you won me over. That's a good point.
Yeah,
it really
Also,
is more about the money.
You tell me if I'm crazy, but there's like a sexual repression going on with both of them. Like all of Aaron's decisions, as we've said, would make sense if he was into being a cuck. If he liked that, then having him not knowing why the foot kicking his head, why the boot doing that, just looks right to him. That's why. It fuels everything he does. SJ2, we've always wondered why he's, asking about certain things and obsessed over, cock size and like his weird relationship with transitioning and all that stuff. There's some kind of weird, they're not genuine. They're not being whoever they are. And if they just were, their life would be a whole lot easier.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. If Aaron came out and just goes like, hey, yeah, I'm into cuck porn, we would never stop making fun of him, but we're not going to stop anyway. Sure. It would take some wind out of our sails.
It wouldn't be as funny to be like, look at you getting exactly what you want that people pay good money for, apparently. Like, it's a thing. Like,
it is a
he
thing.
He lived his fantasies, like to the end of that road.
Mm-hmm. And he had enough in the spank bank that Kiwi Farms is able to give him a Woody. So there's that. It hasn't all been bad for him. All right, let's get into this HRO. This is important stuff that just went down this morning. Well, it went down a couple weeks ago, but everyone learned about it this morning on the show.
Oh, by the way, guys, if that's true and we are being sniped right now, do me a favor. Go copy the link, paste it, because I would have to send that in. So thank you very much if that's the case. Aaron Imholt Radio at gmail.com. I appreciate
serious emails only.
He said something else earlier this week.
He did,
very similar to this. He said if anyone uses the super tip Aaron voice or talks about me, or a certain broadcaster talks about me, meaning Patrick, send that to me. Send me clips of that, because that is unwanted harassment. Which is like, that's not what it sounds like you want to be.
Yeah. It can't be unwanted if you're like, I need to see more of it, please. Right. Keep it coming. Keep my inbox full, everyone.
Guys is okay. Yeah. Okay. So that is true. We are being. All right. So he hasn't told everybody that my daughter and I have an active HRO against him.
My daughter and I is the most embarrassing thing right there. Is Patrick pulling clips from his daughter's show and making fun of her? Because I want to get in on that. I didn't know she had a show. Mm-hmm. No idea.
I don't think Patrick's mentioned his daughter in months.
No. Because Aaron doesn't talk about his daughter. The only reason why anyone ever talked about Aaron's daughter is because Aaron brought her up. It's the same thing. Yeah. I say this all the time, but Stuttering John gets mad at us for talking about his kids, but he talks about his kids nonstop. Mm-hmm. Opie, I've never talked about Opie's kids. Opie never brings them up. I mean, he does talk about them going to school and how busy they are at pizza day. But outside, I don't know names. I don't know ages. I don't know anything. I don't care.
There were people at Hackamania I met that I've been watching here that it turns out they have kids I never knew. I had no idea. How would I know if they don't talk about it?
Right. That's how that works.
He's talked about every aspect of his life. He's talked about his penis. He's talked about how he takes his shirt off when he goes for a shit.
All right, but what about the things that don't turn you on, Moody? Does he talk about any of those things?
You sound like Aaron. Yeah, I hope no one emails me feet pics. That would be the worst. I hate those.
Guys, look, it's a safe space. You don't need to project your stuff onto me.
This is not a safe space at all, Moody.
Very vulnerable.
He hasn't told people that, really? Yeah, and that's
more performative Aaron. Who's he talking to in the room right now? So anyway, so there's this HRO against Patrick. What? No one's told him? Well, he didn't tell anyone? What?
I mean, it's not my place to tell anyone about it, even though I'm the one that filed it. But he's a liar for not telling anyone.
Well, we're getting there.
That's because the rest of us know not to talk about this shit if it's happening to us in real life. Aaron's the one who jumps on and tells us about all the fucking bullshit that's going on in his life.
Yep.
He hasn't told people that, really? Yeah, and that's a violation. They told me to send those in. So, thank you very much. I'm already getting the links in. That is a 100% a violation. So please send those in. I appreciate it. Copy the link, paste it, email it to me, clip it, whatever you want to do. And the longer that runs, I guess the more the consequences. Yeah.
Is that how it works?
What he just said right there, and I know nothing about the law. I know nothing about this litigation specifically, but what he just said right there, he goes, well, I guess the longer he snipes me, the more the consequences.
That's a legal ruling. Judges say that. They do.
He's talking like someone who wants Patrick to have as many consequences as possible, as if this is some form of revenge. This whole idea that it'd be like, man, that's really dumb because he's just going to have more and more consequences going on. So that's not someone who's being actively harassed or stalked or whatever he's pretending this is.
Doesn't seem like a lot of anxiety here, no fear.
Yeah. Like if there's a woman getting stalked by a guy, they're like, I hope he shows up again tonight because I'm going to get him so good. Once we go to court, I'm going to write down every date that he showed up at my house. They're like, no, they're terrified. They want nothing to do with this.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Look at how happy he is. He is sniping my show. Oh, goody.
And the blinds I ordered didn't come in time, so my windows will just be exposed all night long. That's terrible.
Look at that fucking shit.
Girl Friday brings up a good point in the chat. She said that 2 weeks ago he was so mad about people who sent in the clips of his violations, but now he's excited about people sending in stuff about Patrick.
Right. That whole thing where he went to court for his $50 fine and the slap on the wrist, and they're like, we've actually been watching example after example of you not caring about this case and acting like it was nothing and not giving a shit about the victim. What are all these assholes doing narking on me like this?
Those
and then
internet bitches.
Right, yeah.
All right,
And then he
internet
loves it.
bitches, I need you now. Now I can benefit from your autism.
One of the things that he was criticizing Nick for is he was encouraging people to file police reports about me. It's like, is this not what's happening here? Well, he said send it to me rather than send it to the cops, but it's still the same thing.
Aaron is a beaten dog that is in the corner right now. It's pretty much all he's just
and
trying
winning.
anything. Yes,
Hold on
of
a
course
second.
he's winning. Of course he's winning. Of course.
Greatest shows of his career.
Yep, big W's these past 3 weeks. No goals.
Oh, thank you guys so much for sending me that link. I can forward that off to the county now.
The county.
The county at gmail.com.
I can't imagine being threatened with Stearns County, Minnesota. I'm like, okay, well, I never go there and I don't live there, so I'm good.
They're in charge of swimming, so it's a big deal over the summer. You can't mess with them.
I'm not concerned about that, but Patrick's supposed to be shaking in his Reeboks because he's forwarding these links to the county. Okay.
Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. That's important. Thank you so much. I'll send it in. We'll get this all taken care of today. That is, God, that's a really stupid thing to do. I don't. And has he not been honest with his audience? Has he not told them that happened to him?
Yeah. This whole thing.
He hasn't told them about how I won and he lost.
Right.
How I filed the thing and he lost that because I filed it.
Why isn't Melton fucking himself over like I did before, all the court stuff is done? I don't understand.
What's incredible about this little exchange, and again, I'm not an attorney, I could be way off on this, but it seems to me that he is proving beyond a reasonable doubt that he is using this to get back at his online rival. Any judge watching this would be like, oh, Aaron's not really serious about this harassment. He just wants Patrick to have consequences from it. He's mentioned it many times. He's trying to get friends and viewers to help him with this. And then he's like, and what's this Patrick guy doing? He's not discussing pending litigation? Why would he be discussing this behind the scenes litigation?
Why isn't he crying about this yet?
Right.
Why hasn't he told everyone that I'm terrified of him? Why hasn't he?
Yeah. Okay.
Why isn't he telling people that? He's lying to them.
Why
He's
isn't he
telling
smart
everyone
about every move? He's thinking about what he does before he does it. What an idiot!
Like an idiot. Yeah.
Wow, that's I've been broadcasting for a while. That's a pretty dishonest thing to do.
Radio legend.
To be honest with you.
Thank you. What
That's
do you
a
mean?
dishonest thing to do, to be honest with you. And this guy's been broadcasting for a long time. He's been kicked off of Twitch. He's been fired from the radio. He's been...
Right.
It's insane that he's just like, I have all the answers. He's the worst at this.
Say your victim's name, Aaron. Don't be a coward anymore. Say your victim's name. Apologize to her. Say her name and apologize. You did it. You should get on the mountaintops and apologize to your victim. Say her name. We speak her name.
The fact that he does so much performative acting, so much fake emotion, and he doesn't know that it would benefit him to pretend to give a shit about these victims. He doesn't realize it will help him, or he does, and it's just not worth it to not have it be another win for the toe.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I'm seeing it in the
when he got his HRO from Ashley.
Yes.
That was on the 1st of January 2024. He never mentioned it on the show. He called it, April called it level 10 bad. He called it, it's level 4 bad at best.
Right.
But they never said that he was under some HRO. Why was
So wait,
he
was
lying
he
to the
lying?
audience?
He was lying to his audience.
To the
then.
audience.
What's that all about? Huh.
Dishonest thing to do, to be honest with you. By the way, I'm seeing it in the chat and stuff. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for sending me that link, and thank you for. I didn't know that he lied to his audience and didn't tell them about that.
That's not how lies work. You fucking idiots.
Wasn't aware of that. I don't follow it, but thank you. And in the future, keep track of that shit and send it over to me as well, because
it just reeks of revenge. Everything that he's saying, like, keep an eye on it. Make sure if he brings my name up that
send me all that. I want that harassment. Send me the harassment.
Give it to me.
that is
Give
stuff
it all
I need to send
me.
you. I was told to send that kind of shit.
Look
I
at him,
was
he's
told to send
petrified.
that stuff in.
No,
you know, ironically, and again, I don't know what's going on, but ironically, the only thing he's so worried about Patrick Melton and scared for his daughter, the only thing that would bring Patrick Melton back in any range of Aaron is filing this HRO.
It's true.
Now Patrick has to go to Minnesota and talk to a judge about this.
And he wants me to
insane.
believe that his lawyer told him that because this man is stalking him, what you need to do, Aaron, is you need to monitor his every movement. And if he ever
You stalk him right back.
does anything about you, you record it, you film it, and you send it right to me. Don't miss anything. Go.
You're here to stalk me. I have a whole team of stalkers stalking you.
That's
Fucking
not what
idiot.
they told him to do. Nor did they encourage you to tell your audience to do this. You're getting so close to that thing that pissed off the judge to begin with.
Yep.
Telling your audience to just get involved in this thing is not what you're supposed to be doing. And real quick, because he's trying to pass it off like the chat or his friends, like, thanks for having my back and sending me that link. He's acting like he has this list of friends that are helping him out. This is just one real-time look at what was happening in his chat this morning. Aaron, it's like you're having a stroke. Nobody watches this dumb shit. Aaron enjoys the hungry unicorn. This is boring. This is shit. Shut up. Shut up. It's like you're having another stroke. You can't get enough of laughing at people with color in the nick of time. In the nick of time. It just goes on and on. Like there's nothing positive about him here.
Yeah. It's a lot of hate viewers.
Yeah, that's all I see. And people with wrenches.
What the court would have told him to do is if this person comes into your like shows up at your doorstep or sends you any threatening messages, let us know about that.
Right.
Not is he sniping you on.
They don't
on
even know what that
YouTube.
means. There's no way they told him, like, all right, well, if he ever stream snipes you again, you send us the link and someone could download it and upload it to a Google Drive. That'd also be helpful. It's like, none of this, no one's buying this. And nobody knows less about the law and the court system than Aaron. He's proven that. This just happened where he was humiliated by bragging about what was going to happen to him, and the exact opposite thing happened. So when he sits there, he just goes, I know how court works.
Yeah.
I'm just going to walk in there. The judge is going to tussle my hair and go, get out of here, you scallywag.
Well, also, what about the FBI investigation, this active investigation against Patrick?
Oh, it's still active. We can't talk about that.
Wouldn't this kind of screw that up a little bit? Or?
Are we talking about John or are we talking about Aaron? This is ridiculous. This is John who's like, I'm going to walk into court and they're going to be like, not cool, Tukey. You're cool. All right, dismissed.
Yeah, no, John literally said they're making fun of my trans kid. So in the court of public opinions, I think I'm going to win this case.
I'm going to win that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, that's not how court works. It's not the court of public opinions. It's laws. It's based on laws. All right. Moody, do you have something you want to share? Do you want to start going through this
Let's
HRO?
go through legal paperwork.
All right. I knew you'd want to do this. Now, people can go find this, right? This has been posted.
Yes, Pretty Antisocial has posted it on their Twitter if you want to read through the whole thing.
Thank you, Pretty Antisocial.
Yeah, thank you. We've got this from an anonymous source in Minnesota who went down to the courthouse to retrieve it. So thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
But
Anonymous.
the first, these are multiple documents, but this first few pages are what Aaron filed. So this is Aaron's petition to the court to get a harassment restraining order. So Aaron and also his daughter, I've redacted names. This is a little
Tukey.
So disappointed. So disappointed in you, Charlotte.
I know. It
It
is
is
disappointing.
so cool. I used to call you the cool M. Holt.
Yeah.
Fun thing.
The apple doesn't fall far.
Patrick's middle name is actually Aaron as well. So there's he did not write
Docs.
that. Doxed. We can't hear you, Adam.
Oh yeah, Adam, you're
muted if you're saying something.
Sorry, I was saying please don't dox him. No one needs this. This isn't helping anything.
Oh, he said it.
But I
on
was
the
muted,
show
so it's
once.
too late anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. So Aaron's just requesting things. He put his address and phone number. Everyone knows. Everyone knows it. We don't need to see it. I'm not requesting my phone number be kept confidential, but we've done that for you. Don't worry.
That was nice.
Who needs protection? My daughter, who was of dubious gender.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
well, she'll figure it out when the time comes. Give her some time.
And lives with you. He's like, this is going to be too complicated for just a binary choice.
That's 50% of the time.
Yeah. How do I do 50% of a tick?
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Who needs protection? Me and my minor children.
Someone's making fun of me on the internet.
What does that A stand for, Moody? In Patrick A. Melton?
Asshole.
I don't know. I don't want to dox him.
Oh, but it's completely fine 2 seconds ago. It was
Did you say appetite?
Now it's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah.
Patrick Appetite Melton.
Yeah. So this is
Fat
his
jokes
wife-
don't cover the crime, Moody.
Well, he got his date of birth wrong too. He wasn't born in 1980. But
Oh, this is getting thrown out then. I've seen things like this.
it's the wrong Patrick Melton.
Patrick knows his right.
All the relationships. All right. So he's like, how is this person related to you? Aaron
Internet bully.
Other close. He called him online stalker.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
insane. Online stalker. All right. Well,
It's insane. Because couldn't anyone just do this?
Well, the what's crazy about it is Aaron's history.
Right.
The fact that he has the balls to go out and be like, this guy's harassing me on the internet. He's like stalking me on the internet, which is what all Aaron's been doing for his entire career. But okay.
Mm-hmm. How many restraining orders have been in effect with this person? None. This is the first one. Mazel tov. Respondent has followed, monitored, or pursued the victim as follows. Date range, 1st of June, 2023 to present.
That's interesting because what he's considering this harassment is just Patrick playing clips and laughing at him on the internet.
Right.
Which is something that Aaron does with everyone.
It's he's really pushing the boundaries of the definition of following. Because it's like he's one of my followers on Twitter. Like that's
He
what
should have been
doing.
more specific with dates. If he really wants to do something here, he should be like, no, this date and this date. This is actual harassment. But just a guy like playing clips of your show, you being a public figure, you're going nowhere with this.
But for these HROs, this means like this person is following you in real life, not following you on your social.
It's a restraining order. It's a
He
restraining
went
order.
to Minnesota, right? He showed up to his bar. He showed up to his work. You
Right,
can
but this
say.
is 2023, Adam.
Oh, okay.
What?
That's what I'm
happened
saying.
in
Like, you
2025.
should not have put June of 2023 to
Yeah,
start
that fucked
this.
it up right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Patrick started watching him in February of 2023. So, I mean, this is a few months, and I wonder what made that the date. But respondent made uninvited visits to the victim as follows on the 25th of June, 2025. So this is The only time Patrick and Aaron have been in the same place has been in that courtroom in Stearns County.
Do you need to be invited to go to court? Is that a
public
thing that needs to
place.
happen?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not an invite-only scenario. It's open to the public
Okay.
just by design. It turns
Yeah,
out
but-
democracy,
why-
it's a whole
that's-
thing.
It's like Constitution and stuff, right?
Technically, he was uninvited. I mean, he wasn't invited to the courtroom in the same way that Aaron was invited to the courtroom.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
yeah. Respondent made harassing phone calls or sent harassing text messages to the victim. No.
Nope.
What a
Respondent
shitty stalker.
Right?
He only
tried to get in
stalked
touch with them.
It took him 2 years to gain the courage to finally go and stalk them. What a pussy.
Respondent made threats to the victim as follows. 1st of June 2023 to present.
Every day, Your Honor.
All of these, by the way, have like this big gap underneath them. What that's for is for you to explain this behavior.
Right.
Well, I had tea time, Moody. I didn't have a lot of time. I had a tea time.
But Aaron's like, oh, it's so spacious filling this out. It's like wide lanes on a road. So luxurious. Respondent frightened the victim with threatening behavior as follows. Only in June 2024.
Oh,
So
that's
there's
interesting.
something frightening happened in June 2024. So Aaron has officially, under threat of perjury, written to the courts that he has been frightened by Patrick Melton.
Oh,
That's-
let me
he's
ask you
on-
this, since you're a historian, Moody. Is
Yeah.
that the cup holder joke? Is that the month of that?
Yeah, it must be.
I
It
don't
must
know.
be, right? This is where the
Maybe-
daughter
maybe?
comes in, because that was, I believe Aaron used the word sexual assault. I believe was
Right.
the term that he used for this.
No, there was
Could
a
be.
spider in my bathroom that month, and I swear Melton put it there.
It's possible, yeah.
There's no mention of Patrick breaking into Aaron's home.
Not yet.
Nothing about damages to the victim's property. Nothing about
my
stealing
feelings.
Yeah, just his ego.
Yeah, my feelings are hurt.
Stealing property.
Compensation.
I'm surprised he hasn't put like, you stole my followers. I used to have this many viewers.
Right.
Now I
Wow,
have.
yeah.
Well, you can't admit that. You can't admit your followers are down.
Like, will there be consequences to this? Because this seems like a whole bag of bullshit. Or is this going to be one of those things where no one gets in trouble, everything's thrown out, everyone goes about their business?
So that's an interesting thing you bring up, because it's one of two things. So Aaron needs to go to this court hearing because Patrick's going to be defending against this. What means is Aaron will need to show
There's a date
evidence.
set for this, right?
Yes, it's the 23rd or
23rd of July.
23rd of
So
June.
so Nick is going to fight his HRO on the 15th of July.
Yes.
And then the next week, Aaron's back in court again with Patrick on the 23rd of July for Patrick to fight this. But keep going, Moody.
Yeah, so I mean, if Aaron's unable to really show or prove all of this, best case scenario for him is the judge thinks he's an idiot who filed the wrong thing. You're not supposed to file these, sir. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, next time be more careful. The worst is he gets accused of perjury, which is lying to the courts.
So
And
you're
that
saying there could
can
be
come with it.
consequences for this gay op lawfare that he's currently engaged in? Because I've never heard anyone use the term gay op more than Aaron Imholt. And yet this is 100% a gay op and lawfare.
We've just received an update. Apparently, Nick's has been postponed to the 23rd as well.
Spy report.
Spy report.
Perfect.
Both Patrick and Nick will be back to back on the 23rd of July.
That'll save Aaron some gas money, so that's nice of them to do that.
Right, and they
He's
do
gonna be
have
shelling
the
out a lot
same-
for attorney fees and things, so that's good.
They both have the same attorney for this, so I think he can copy a lot of the same work.
This is too great. All right, we're gonna get back to the HRO in just a moment, but first I want people to absolutely ruin the momentum that we have. Adam is laughing his ass off at this show. He's totally engaged, but we're gonna change all of that right now by going to supertip.gg/WATP.
There is no fucking way I can do hard time with Somali pirates in the Minnesota prison system. I'm going to flee to central China to teach English. Another win for the toe. Ni hao yadeng. Boosh.
Pretty good accent.
A esta piruleta le encanta lamer la leche de los hombres y quiere representar a mi gimnasio de boxeo.
Moody, what does that mean?
You know foreign languages.
He's way more fluent in Spanish than he is in English.
Why is it taking him so long to say the rest?
A la mierda.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is like
It's still playing.
Mierda.
Hey, Tookie, I heard you were watching children play soccer today. You also told us you actually flashed your daughter. Expect an HRO in the mail tomorrow, Puppet Man. Another win for the toe.
I flashed her a thumbs up. I said, "You bastards."
No, is that true?
Yes.
Oh no, and I'm associated with you. God damn
Yes. Oh, we're all fucked.
Shroom Diff Nuclear.
One day, a restless man visited a Zen master. He said, "Please help, master. I can't pacify my mind." The master said, "Show me. Where is your mind?" "I don't know," the man said. "There, it's pacified."
You know, when I said ruin the show with super tips, I was kind of joking, but whatever. Detroit Dabbler coming in.
If Patrick says more whore daughter Charlotte's name one more time, I swear to God, I'll suck 3 homeless dudes from the Salvation Army off at once.
I think you have to worry more about Tukey on that than anyone else. RPG Soundforge.
Now, what was it I was saying about lawfare not even a month ago? I can't remember. Must not be important.
Right. I can't believe you guys are bringing that up. Why are you guys so obsessed with this?
Yummy, yummy, cummy in my tummy.
That's one of his favorite songs right there.
Montague dropped his lawsuit of Nick Riccieta for calling him a PDF, just like Tookie did to Liam. Another win for the Baldo?
Yeah. The Baldo did get a W this week because the lawsuit was dropped. The plaintiff ran out of money. Unfortunately. Dabble Babble coming in.
Hi all, this is Carl, and I fully endorse filling up Toe's inbox with links and timestamps of any video you're watching. Use your discretion when it comes to ratings, and let's help a Toe.
Why would you say that? Why would you even?
Don't harass our buddy Aaron.
Please, no one reach out to Aaron or talk to him. Just
observe and
report.
report. I haven't
People
said it in
are
a
listening.
while.
They don't see that Carl didn't say that. A lot of people are just on headphones. He can be held fully responsible.
I know. I do put this out on my Patreon too for the people who have the RSS feed and listen to audio only. Those fun people who still enjoy podcasts. Patreon.com/who are these podcasts. Ricky Bev coming in.
I'm the new Butch Bradley.
Are we going to be able to see that hearing on the 23rd? Is that something that will be like zoomed? Or
Yeah, we're all going. What do you mean? Media 3.
This is right before the anniversary show.
It is.
Yes,
That's
it is.
fantastic.
So we can stay for the week and then go to the show. I'm planning on winning cornhole. I'm pretty good at it.
You
win
could
that
go
tournament.
there, and then you could get HROs against you by Aaron for being there uninvited.
Right. That's why I'm not going, because I was planning on going, but then I figured,
If you're there to support Patrick, though, I mean,
to his anniversary show.
Fuck that
Oh,
guy.
you mean the other thing? Oh, the court thing.
the court.
No,
case.
see, I just want to go to Stony so I could see 2 bikers fighting over politics. It's like, well, Johnny Kretches thinks Medicare is this way. Yeah, well, Aaron Imholt says it's this way. I just want to see the emotion that this show brings up to the locals there.
Yeah, he holds these private parties in public bars that are
Right.
open to the public while the event is going on. What is a restraining order? Like, that's ridiculous.
It makes no sense. The tax is theft.
I, Aaron Imholte, just want to say that I love this little piggy show. I am currently committing perjury with these harassment restraining orders, and I'm winning because Charlotte's name is on it too.
This fucking GUI.
Yay! This is fantastic.
Putting his daughter's name, it can't be stressed enough. What a bitch move that is. What a little bitch this guy is, and what a pussy he is. To be like, oh, my daughter's being harassed by this guy. She's not. Stop
He's
it.
so ready to just throw anyone in his life under the bus if it helps him.
For sure.
Including his own
Kids
children.
love Patrick Melton. He can't help it. It's not his fault. They tune in.
He
they
looks
watch.
like Barney the Purple Dinosaur.
He's one of them. He gets it, right?
Right.
He's one of my
can't stop.
regular babysitters. My kid hasn't been able to get out from under him once.
June 20th, 24 was probably the day my buddy Patrick said to puck my kids in their little asses, or that he can't wait till they're legal.
I'm sure it's something like that. Napoleon Solo, $5. Not buying that Aaron would willingly get in a ring with a 6'6", 260-pound strong guy who is a street fighter. Whoa, hit the heavy bag, not me. You're doing this wrong, sir. Gabe Owner. JC's True Lies is better than any Terminator, though. Are we still having this debate?
Yeah.
I invited this, didn't I, Adam? This is on me. This is a learning moment for me. Timothy
You learned
McDonough.
it the other day. It keeps having to be relearned.
I know, you're right. I'm kind of a dumb guy. Aaron loves a free Slurpee from Nick. Yes, it is a free Slurpee day.
Oh, shit. I gotta go.
See ya, Tiki. John O'Reilly, $2. HROs and violations, the new Dabbleverse frontier. It's gotten really pathetic.
Yeah.
It's not great. Thank you very much, Papabula, for gifting a Who Are These Podcasts membership. Much appreciate that. B. Smiley, the third. Remember, guys, Aaron complained and cried when people clipped Aaron's violations and sent them to court. Now he's trying to do the same. It's fucking clown world. It really is pathetic. All right, you want to get back to this?
Was Howard Stern litigious like that? Were Opie, I know he was, but he also did bits, elaborate roasts and burning and effigy and crazy events for his competition.
Right.
He was also litigious, but was it to those people? Did Opie and Anthony do that kind of stuff?
Not that I know of. I know that there were obviously restraining orders and things, but that's because fans would get a little bit too close and shit like that. It wasn't about his competition. Mancow didn't have a restraining order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I know a buzzkill when I see it. There's something inherently just unfunny or fun about legal paperwork and stuff.
Correct.
Why they inject this into this thing? It's really not necessary.
None of this would be happening. You know what's crazy about this? I think we talked about it at the beginning. None of this would be happening if Aaron hadn't learned that this happens to him. So he just HROs are easy to get. I'll just do this against all my enemies because Ashley did it to me and Kayla did it to me, so I can do it to everyone else. It's just no, it's very different. You're harassing women. It's a very different thing. Women who are in your life, one of them you see twice a week to drop the kids off with.
Less than 5. Give them a break. Jesus.
In answer to your question, Adam.
Yeah.
If Howard did, we don't know because he didn't talk about it. Like Aaron does. The only thing we know with Howard was he put restrictions on Opie and Anthony through the radio station because they were owned by the same company.
Yeah, he.
That's not fun. That's not funny.
No, he definitely did everything that he used to rail on. What's his name? What was the morning guy when he was on WNBC?
Imus.
Everything he railed against Imus about.
Imus is a philanthropist.
He eventually became that guy who was telling Opie and Anthony what they could say.
Yeah, I think some of the stuff that's come out of this, you brought up a good point about the HROs that he's had against him, and that's his limited view of what HROs are. So I think he thinks that every HRO means no mention. You're not allowed to mention the other person, which isn't the case.
That's what we're going to find out here. That's what he's going for. He's trying to shut down Patrick Melton from being able to talk about him. And you saw that on the clips we were playing. It was just oh, he's sniping me? Oh, he's going to get in more trouble now. And it's a weird thing to think that you can shut down other internet personalities from talking about you when I believe we're going to have a few examples of Aaron talking about Patrick and disparaging him and maybe calling him names that are probably not great for Patrick's business and reputation. So it's pretty crazy. You can call someone a PDF file for months on end and then be like, this guy's harassing me.
Guys, I'm 100% free speech guy. Unfortunately, Charlotte isn't. So
I
had to go ahead.
She hasn't taken Constitution class yet, so she's not aware of this.
So it's part his misunderstanding of HROs, and I think the other part is his inherent sexism, where he just thinks, oh, if these women could get it easily, then I, of course, can get one with no work by putting very little effort into any of the details in here, and the court will just give it to me because I'm so competent. Before we continue, I wanted to just play a little bit of a video for no specific reason. Is that all right?
Yay! Shoogie with $1.99 says, any hope of getting Melton barred from the court? No, of course not. Let him waste his money.
All right, pause it. What's the date of this clip? The 24th. So this is the day before his court date?
This is the day before the court date, about 1 week to the day from filing this report.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of interesting because the whole filing was all about him showing up uninvited.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded to me like he was kind of invited. He's like, yeah, let him show up.
It's a bad
I think
idea,
that is an
but-
invite. If there's like a really cool party going on and the person throwing the party is like, yeah, Carl could come. I'm like, sweet, I'm invited.
Yeah. I don't care if Carl comes. Like,
right. Yeah, that's it. I count that as an invite.
You
I'm
made
in.
a lot of friends that way, I bet. Can we also just point out that Aaron, like, this is the stuff I love. They really reveal themselves. They think everyone lives exactly how they do. Not everyone, Aaron, when they make a trip, not to brag, has to like weigh the financial, cost and the difficulty that's
Good
going to
point.
be, and like sit back and go, I shouldn't have made that trip. Why did I
Right.
do it? Like, you just do it.
Yeah.
You just got to get on a flight.
If
You'll see
Melton
how it
wants to
goes.
go bankrupt by going to Minneapolis, then so be it.
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah.
Put an end to all this.
If he is, I mean, I think it's a bad look.
Yeah,
not
'cause all
for
the
him.
times that he
Not for him. I mean, he can do whatever he wants, but I think it's a bad look. But who am I? Again, when people are making mistakes, don't interrupt them. Let them.
Right.
I'm going in there very businesslike tomorrow. I talked to my attorney. He told me exactly what's going to happen. So we go in, do that. I leave,
Great attorney, Todd
and then the
Peterson,
whole
everyone.
thing's over.
So that's just.
I love that. I
Thank
love how
God.
smug and confident he was that day.
This seems like a year ago.
It really does. So much has happened since then.
Tie a nice little bow around this, and we'll be good to go.
All right.
The
Drive
fact
it
that
off the
he
lot.
thinks that's a more sympathetic character than like, I'm really nervous. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. Like,
Right.
Isn't that just a better story? Isn't it more
Well, yeah,
engaging?
wouldn't it be better? Would it be better to be like, guys, my court date's coming up. We'll see what happens. I'm working with my attorney. I hopefully things go my way. And then coming in on Thursday, be like, yes, we did it. Win for the toe. Instead of bragging about how you've already won, and then it's a giant L.
He's acting like he's a president in a time of war that needs to like put on a confident face for the good of the country. Like it would destroy all the towheads if they saw him weak. Like he must put out this, or we're all gonna crumble. It's delusional.
It's funny you say president, because I do think that at a point he probably did feel like Trump. Like, oh, they keep attacking me from every angle. Oh, they're really going to get me on this one. And, like the same way Trump keeps getting it, but he keeps getting away with it. I think he totally thought it was going to be the same thing for him.
In the steam room, he's telling the other guy how he's just like Trump all the time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So respondent took pictures of the victim without permission as follows on the 25th as well. So Patrick did video Aaron in public areas around the courthouse on that day.
Right.
Which is allowed.
For content specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
And Charlotte must have been right there too, right? Because
No, she
Patrick
wasn't there at all.
came-
Actually, none of Aaron's family was there.
No,
What?
He was there alone.
His
You would
kids
think
weren't
you
there
would
to
think
support
that
him?
Patrick would have gone to the school knowing that Aaron
Yes.
was busy at that time if he really is harassing Aaron's daughter. But no. He just
Stole
went to
her
this-
lunch.
Right. Just went to the courtroom for some reason.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, say what you will. It's like a comedy program, etc. But Patrick was legitimately covering the case.
He was, yes.
Like he was there.
He's a
to
journalist
get to
at
the
that time,
bottom
yes.
of like it's with an asterisk, but yes,
no,
he was
not
doing
even
some
Moody.
level
I
of
think
journalism.
this is legitimate journalism.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been looking it up. There's really nothing in this HRO. Maybe if they file it as an online stalker thing, maybe he can prove some kind of damages or something if he wants to keep going. But there's really nothing in it that says that Rotten Mango from YouTube can't continue to cover the case that she wants to under her silly name, making whatever jokes or saying that Diddy is targeting her personally and saying all this stuff. That's how the world works. That's how our country works. You don't just get to decide that stuff. That's not what's happening here. And I don't think this HRO is going to stop Melton from doing anything.
Respondent shared private sexual images of the victim without permission as follows. From the 9th of May to the 11th of May, 2025.
Hackamania.
Hackamania.
I remember that weekend very well. It was a lot of fun.
Private sexual images.
Yeah. So
When he was posing on the bed.
Yeah. Remember the way he interpreted that to his audience, because Aaron likes to gaslight everyone. He goes, these guys are all trying to laugh at a guy who's in better shape than they are. And now he's admitting in this HRO that he was trying to look sexy. He never brought that up on his show.
So I looked up the definition of what an intimate image is in Minnesota.
Okay.
So you can.
I want to point out real quick. Moody wasn't even going to be on the show today. He's ill. He wasn't sure about this, and I wasn't sure what kind of prep he'd put into this. But of course, Moody's got a Moody. This is great.
Yeah. So intimate parts means the genitals, pubic area, or anus of an individual, which we didn't.
We did look at his asshole. That's true.
There
Yeah.
was none of that. Or if the individual is female, a partially or fully exposed nipple. So unless Aaron
that's very specific. I'm impressed. I would have looked this up.
Unless Aaron specifies that he identifies as a female,
Will he transition in order to get Melton? Is the question.
Yeah, will he transition for a win for the toe? How bad does he want the win?
That's hilarious.
But that's
Now, can he say that this is revenge porn because him and Nick were in some type of?
It's not revenge porn. It's not revenge porn because for that you need to share an intimate image. So he needs to be involved in a sex act or be showing intimate parts. And so intimate parts would be genitalia, or if you're a female, the nipples.
Intimate parts.
But thank you for bringing that up, Tukey, because this is the gaslighting part. Aaron acts like the person who's deeply offended by these texts and images and words is not the guy who was just convicted of revenge porn. Like,
Right.
if it was a new jury and they had to weigh in, that's pretty much all they'd know about him. They probably wouldn't want to hear about your radio history or any of that stuff, but they might be obligated to know that you do have a history of revenge porn. So it makes this all seem real disingenuous.
He is accusing Patrick of revenge porn here.
Right.
Well, you would know, I
That's
guess.
what's happening.
And I can tell you because I am an expert.
Right.
It worked against me. Maybe it'll work against Melton.
He has not used his personal information without consent to invite, encourage, or solicit a third party to engage in a sexual act with the victim. That's so specific. I
That's
don't know.
weird. Yeah, we can move on from that.
What the hell is that? He didn't send Tukey to rape him?
Moody, don't read the unchecked boxes. We have a
What
show
was his
to do
address
here.
again?
There are some interesting ones. Because
Middle name? All right, go
Birthday?
ahead.
What was that?
the respondent has been told not to come to certain public events that the victim attends because, like, this is one where Aaron could have said, it would make me very uncomfortable if Patrick showed up to this public court hearing. Like, that may have been okay, but he didn't do that. He said, I don't care. It's fine.
Yep.
I'll fight you all.
Used social media to harass the victim by 2023 to present day.
Forever, Your Honor. Forever.
There's no but. Like, how has he used it to harass you?
And my children's children and their children.
It's been a never-ending battle, Your Honor. Maybe it's only 2 years to you, but to me, not like forever. My poor daughter, what's her name?
What's her name? The oldest one.
He hasn't explained it. He just says the date ranges. Just take my word for it, bro.
Well, what's interesting
what
about
happened.
this, he's so bad at this. He should have gotten an attorney if he was serious about it. Because I don't read a lot of Minnesota HROs. The only other one that I've read is the one where Ashley filed it against Aaron. And in these sections, there's screenshots of text messages. There's screenshots of tweets. There's like all the things that you would want to have to be like, he's harassing me. Take a look at this. His new wife is diddling her bean, talking about me dying. Like that. Here's the clip. You know, like that. That would make more sense here.
This is like when you've been filling out online applications all month. By the end of the month, you're just like, fuck it. I don't care. My experience is from this day to this day. Blah. You know, you don't put any effort.
This space should be too small for all the details that you need to put in here.
Right.
You should
if
be
someone's harassing you on
other
social
things.
media for 2 years plus, there'd be a lot. Yeah.
You've got to
see addendum 7. Right.
Yeah.
This is
All right.
fantastic.
Oh,
This is
should
like
we
the
be
main
reading
thing.
this now? I feel like we're stealing Patrick's thunder here. This is so fun.
That's not a problem. That's your
Patrick's not
problem.
gonna be
That's why we
reading
shouldn't be reading this because it might offend Patrick Melton.
Fuck that coward. He's not even here.
That's true.
Patrick
what
won't
a
be
bitch.
reading
What a
it.
bitch he is.
Patrick's not going to be reading this.
He's bending the knee to the toe.
But this is, in Aaron's own words, what he perceives to be the situation with Patrick.
This is great.
Are we ready?
This is the best.
Spy
Right.
report. Spy report.
Patrick Melton has been commenting on my public and private life events for hours every day since 2023.
All right, guys, I got a heart out. So a lot of fun today.
Okay.
Adam Bush, people can see you.
Thank you. What was Melton's middle name again? We didn't get closure on that. Was it Aaron? Do we know? We can't deny that.
I think it's Alicia.
Aloysius.
I have never met the respondent, never seen him in person. He had in the courtroom.
No, he didn't even
when-
make eye contact. Remember, he wouldn't even look at him.
Even when he traveled halfway across the country, capital C, to stalk my advertisers, people I do business with, and even myself at a court hearing.
All right, I have a problem with the word stalk right there.
Right.
Because everything that Patrick explained to us, he was very courteous, very respectful.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, he was at Stoney's to get some food, buy a hat, maybe have a beverage. Like this is not stalker behavior.
And he left when asked to leave.
Correct.
We've
But
all
the
read bands
stalking thing.
Yeah, it's bands flyers when they're blowing everything up to seem like we've toured with some of the biggest acts in the anybody. They're lawyers. They read this stuff all the time. They know what you just said was like he went to a bar that's public where you invited people specifically to, and to a courtroom where everyone is invited, and you know he was there, but you definitely didn't see him. It just sounds like you're trying to paint a picture.
Yeah.
Waiting directly outside the elevator with his phone out to take pictures and videos of me. Which is
Again.
why Aaron took the other entrance into the courtroom. He went through the back channels.
Like Sinatra.
He seems to have a psychological problem where he believes we are in some sort of relationship.
What the fuck?
Yeah. This is a weird your perception of things argument that doesn't really fit with like court filings, but what do I know?
Tell us about the relationship and talk slow again.
When has Patrick ever talked about them being in a relationship?
It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy.
Yeah.
He believes we know each other and that he is entitled to information on myself and my family. Which is like Aaron gives away all that information himself. It's nothing, it's all public.
This whole thing is bullshit. It's like, Your Honor, he went to a place that I advertise on my show that I tell people to go to. Plus, he found out all about my life and my family, which I talk about 8 hours a day, every day.
Mm-hmm. I have
Angry.
never interacted with the respondent in person or in real life in general. I think the same could be said about Patrick towards Aaron.
Correct.
I do believe he has some sort of delusion where he believes he is a part of my life.
You already said that.
He has even threatened my children publicly with sexual acts.
That's the biggest lie in this whole thing. That's crazy.
Here is the link where he talks about my 11-year-old daughter and makes sexual threats. Her name is censored out, and he links a third world aristocrat video as evidence to the court.
That is so insane.
Shout out to Third World Aristocrat. You've done it. You made it.
Yeah, well done. You're published. He has hosted 2 multi-day events where he has made me the sole focus and brings in people to talk about me incessantly. This is Hackamania.
Yeah, well, this is also like a flex right here. He's like, by the way, I'm very popular.
He doesn't.
But also, was
a
the
box
first-
office. Your
the
Honor.
first Hackamania? Did it feature Aaron? I don't think Aaron was barely mentioned in the first one.
No, I mean, both of these shows are a bunch of different podcasts. You have Biggest Problem in the Universe. You have The Creep Off. You have Dr. Steve and Weird Medicine. Like, most of these shows have nothing to do with Aaron.
He may have been like mentioned on the side as a gag.
It's like Brando and The Godfather. He's only in it for like 20 minutes, 12 minutes, but he steals the whole thing. It's all anybody can talk about.
What he neglects to mention is he submitted content to be played. He was a participant of Hackamania.
Oh, he sent a video. That's
Yes!
right.
Wow, that's a good point.
There's also
What an
the lawyer.
idiot.
The lawyer just shows up with the stacks of hours that Aaron's been talking about Melton and goes, here's his, you know, same thing, buddy.
Wow, what a fucking idiot. But you're right, though, Moody. We didn't have this little piggy for the first Hackamania. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
but wasn't it a week after Aaron came out with everything? Because I remember Tukey dressed up as Aaron, who had coke and was yelling about the kids.
Yes.
So we did talk about it, but like,
oh no, for sure. Yeah, he was very interesting at that time. Yes.
But yeah, once you send a video to be part of this 2-day harassment event, Aaron, the judge is going to go, what the fuck are we doing here?
And
like,
again,
is this
another Stuttering John parallel where he sued SiriusXM for right to publicity, but he also recorded an entire special on SiriusXM back in 2009 to talk about his time on the Howard Stern show. It's just like, so wait, you're mad at them for the last 15 years, or you participated in it?
Right.
It can't be both.
Insanity.
It's wild because he said like he wanted to be part of Acme. He said he wanted to be part of it. He threatened he wanted to box everyone.
If he had money and means, he would have been there. He was invited.
Right.
If only he accepted the boxing match, this whole thing would have been totally different.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's his biggest mistake.
He sounds like he's a celebrity, and I think you caught on to that, Carl, that he can't help but paint himself as a successful celebrity first and a victim second, which just makes all of this seem like, yeah, this is par for the course, man. There are going to be people taking your picture. You chose to do a TV show. You're still choosing to do it during these difficult times that are threatening your daughter. You're doing this every day. So, yeah, someone's going to show up at the places you're advertising, literally telling them to go. They're going to have their phone and they're going to take a picture of you.
Going back to the Howard Stern analogies, remember when he went to Philadelphia after he beat the morning guy there? He beat him in the ratings. They had a wake for him. And so, like, all these people came in to celebrate that he buried DeBella. It's like, DeBella didn't come out and just be like, hey, these guys are being really mean. This whole event's based on how I suck.
They're making fun of me. Police officer, arrest those people. Someone tell on them.
Is that my wife?
He and Gino were fantasizing about coming to the first Hackamania. Remember them looking up tickets and then deciding they're too expensive?
Yes.
Yeah, on air, live on air,
Right.
both talking about coming to Hackamania.
In May of 2025, he and Nick Recator, who I also have an HRO against for similar reasons.
That's not helping. That doesn't help.
Did a public broadcast at this live event where they shared intimate photos of me without my consent. We know what intimate means now. This is a lie. As well as text messages that I did not consent to being released publicly. Minnesota's a one-party consent state. You're able to share anything that... I mean, they're text messages. It's different to recording, but...
He also leaves out the
That's
fact
totally
that this was only out of retaliation of him divulging a ton of really personal information across multiple channels for months before any of this happened, which is why it happened.
The other interesting thing is the timing of this HRO against Patrick, because this came out on the day that Patrick talked about Stonies and showed videos of Stonies and the Wapakata Golf Club and showed that Aaron's event really wasn't booked in as a tournament the way that he said it was. And Nick's one was immediately the day after the court case. So it feels like they're retaliatory in nature. If these are both supposed to be around the same thing, Patrick and Nick being around Aaron in real life, shouldn't they have been filed on the same day?
Yes.
So it seems like it feels retaliatory. As well as text messages. They put private letters written to a third party on display as well, which he said, that's nothing. I don't care. Like, is that all you've got? Show it. Like, he was...
Oh, this for a drop of blood?
Yeah. They threatened that they would do this for months beforehand and still did it. The relevant parts are 44 minutes.
No, that's called promotion. That's not a threat. It's we're promoting an event.
Yes. Cool. Now,
talking about the letters written from his whore ex-wife, the drug addict?
Those ones.
It's fantastic. We have
I mean,
links
you
of him
can't
saying
share private letters. April isn't allowed to share that if she wants. Like, what are you talking about?
She has a smelly pussy, Your Honor, but she still doesn't deserve what they did to her.
I invite anyone to read James Joyce's love letters and feel that they were so much worse than any of this.
This is really funny that he put together his own little Piggy episode to defend his side of it. Like, this is a clip show. He decided that's the way to go about this. Just what you were saying. Whatever they do to him, he's got to do it right back. Wow.
He has repeatedly discussed my genitals in great detail on his internet streams.
This is my favorite part of all of this. This paragraph floored me. I love this.
And seems genuinely enthralled with my sex organs and sex life. I don't know.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that. All of this has been lies so far, but Patrick Melton wouldn't shut up about Aaron's cock. The whole time we were hanging out at Hackamania. I'm like, all right, I'm sure it's fine. Enough.
But also, Aaron won't shut
enthralled.
up about his sexual escapades. Like, Aaron's constantly talking about how much he is a sex guy and a cum guy and all of that stuff.
We did naked snow angels. It was beautiful.
Remember the sex fight that him and April had live on air? Like, it's his sex life is a part of the show that, I mean, is...
Your Honor, this man can't satisfy his wife. Can we dismiss this case now, or...
I don't know if he has sexual fixations on just my daughter or myself or anyone else in my family, but he certainly seems fixated on me sexually as well as my minor daughter.
This is insanity.
Yeah,
It's
that right there
crazy.
is the craziest thing. I don't know if he has sexual fixations on just my daughter. We said the sentence before that he's obsessed with your dick. But then you said maybe he's not that obsessed with my dick. Maybe he's just obsessed with my daughter. Like he counters his own
with
arguments.
his cock. He's in love with his daughter. It's a subtle
right,
difference.
yeah. Good point.
But also, the way this sentence is structured is cuckoo pants. It starts off with him saying, I don't know if he has sexual fixations on just my daughter or myself, and then ends with, but he certainly seems fixated on me sexually as well as my minor
You're
daughter.
right. Yeah, he contradicts himself in the same sentence. He's a fucking idiot.
It's like he was trying to make it longer and just
He's also competing with her for some reason.
Why is he just like me?
But why did he just put or anyone else in my family or anyone else in the state? I mean, he's pretty
right.
Listen to people.
Who else in the family are we trying to fuck? Slam Peas? What is he talking about? Well, she's not in the family. I'm not even sure.
This is Stuttering John taking the $200 to have Vice put a tweet out against his daughter and thinking it was worth it to hurt his enemy. The fact that he's letting his mind do all this and writing it down and obviously overthinking this particular paragraph to the point of like absolutely messing it up. Why are you doing that? Like, don't do that. Just don't.
Can I give him credit for one thing? He did not use AI to write this.
No.
AI would have written this so much better than what he's written here. He's
well,
an
he just
idiot.
didn't cut and paste it from there correctly, and he left out the end, in the beginning.
You're
It's
right.
just all. Why would you do that if it's not really a threat? This is an internet threat, right? Why are you drawing all this attention to that?
Let's go back to this, because again, this is my favorite paragraph. He has repeatedly discussed my genitals in great detail on his internet streams.
What kind of detail?
Yeah, what kind of details are we talking about?
The kickstand is what we're talking about.
The kickstand.
Yeah.
So jokes is what he's talking about.
Well,
he made dick jokes.
Yeah. Well, Nick said that Aaron's penis has a significant curve towards the end.
Oh, right.
Like a kickstand.
Okay.
And so that was.
He also said that when flaccid, it's a button. We
Right,
laughed
it's
about
very
that for
small.
a minute.
And we actually saw that in one of the texts that Nick shared, that
Yes.
he is skewed all
he
the way
admitted-
to the grower side.
Yeah, he's definitely more of a grower than a shower, and as big a way as you can be. Which is why Naked Twister is off the table.
All right. Continue.
I just think a judge reading that is not going to see a parent trying to prevent something from happening to their kid. I think they have done this before and read it before, and that comes off like someone trying to blow up something and make it more than it is, which will always be at the expense of the kid that he's talking about.
Yeah, it's too much. It's one of those things where you're like, well, what's the reason you did this thing? And you come up with 17 reasons. You're like, oh, well, you got to pick one so we can believe you.
And these judges live in a world where they deal with parents that are like, have their children are like severe victims, and they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. Like,
Right, the
what are you
fact-
talking about?
The court even has to be tangled up with this bullshit is insane while there are real things going out there. This
Right.
is a mockery of the court
Aaron-
system, and it's ridiculous.
Aaron is utilizing a device that's set up by the courts and the justice system that prevents like battered women. So it's like, say like a woman has like an abuser and she's scared for her life. She could go file for an HRO and it gets granted without much evidence, just so that it prevents anything like actually bad from happening right from the get-go, and then they can sort it out in the wash a couple weeks down the line if that person wants to fight against it. That's the system that Aaron's using to try to beat Nick and Patrick.
You summed it up. It's a shock jock using a law for battered women,
right?
Trying to prove why he is being attacked here. But a self-described shock jock alpha male, how his feelings are being hurt by this shock jock.
Battered women. All this time I've been eating them plain. Hacka hacka.
All crumbed. So the other thing is this is quite dangerous. Like it's funny to read this, but what this shows is that this man is what this shows.
Keep going, Moody, please.
Yeah.
Push through.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. It's all good.
What this shows is that this man is willing to lie to the courts and to law enforcement in order to further this campaign. So Nick and Patrick can't afford to just ignore this HRO that's put against them, because Aaron, if he made up all this stuff to get the HRO, what else can he make up in order to accuse them of violating?
Right, because Moody, the thing that I don't know if we're going to get there eventually, is that Patrick could just go, all right, whatever, man, and we're going to find out this is a 2-year restraining order, and he just be like, fine, I won't bug you, don't worry about it, kind of thing. Like how Aaron has responded to the HROs against him. He didn't take Ashley to court and say, this is bullshit, I'm fighting this. Yeah. So I think he's assuming in his mind, like, if I just put a whole bunch of stuff, there's links and there's words and there's feelings, that this will just go away. He's not allowed to harass me anymore. Whereas a guy like Patrick and a guy like Nick is going to go, oh, I don't want this looming over my head. I'm going to fight this.
And he's actively trying to get Patrick arrested at the moment. Like, he's telling people, oh yeah, he's sniping me, send me that video. Like, let's start to send all those things in as much as possible. He's
and again, it's been a minute since we mentioned this. This could really backfire on Aaron. This could have been a really bad move on his part. Probably should have left well enough alone.
It's best case scenario. It's like it just gets cast aside. Worst case, he gets additional criminal charges, and he needs to pay the legal fees incurred by Patrick and Nick as they had to defend it, as well as things like
that's a lot of
travel
goals, Moody. That's a lot of goals right there.
We're ahead. Good thing we're ahead right now.
Thank God.
He also received stolen Google data from Nick Recator, who accessed my Google account without my permission. He bragged about this on his streams as well as in his Discord message board. This man does seem to have an obsession with me that borders on clinical.
Yeah, he's not good at creating an argument here. It's neither here nor there. It's all over the place.
Why is he talking like Antoine Dodson? Well, obviously, this man does seem to have an obsession.
What do the doctors say when you go to them and you tell them that everyone's obsessed with me?
Right.
That's not a good. It doesn't. Yeah, he got.
Well,
this
you
all
must be
wrong.
a famous radio guy.
You must be really talented. Yeah. Should I tune in?
All right, let's keep going. Do you believe the harassment will continue? And he didn't tick any of these. Much of the harassment and threats Patrick has made has been for profit, publicly, online to pay his bills. If he does not do this, the small number of sycophants that have also become obsessed with my life will stop giving him money, and he may even become destitute.
Okay, I love this.
Was he talking about him or Patrick? What is going on?
This is so fantastic. So in Aaron's mind, Patrick has no other talents. The only thing he could do is make fun of Aaron Imholt. And if he wasn't allowed to talk about Aaron, he would become destitute. Like homeless. This man would have nothing going on. Meanwhile, he's running Super Tip, which I'm sure is something that you're going to want to include in this at some point to talk about this harassment. So that kind of counters that. A lot of the sentences in this specific paragraph counter each other.
Also, Patrick's got big. Bitcoin just hit 120K.
I know, he's fine. No one to worry about Patrick. He's very
fine.
good.
Son of a bitch.
This harassment will continue towards myself and my children until he is made to stop. I believe it is a compulsion at this point, and he could not stop himself if he tried. He is in too deep.
That's what I love about this. So it starts with, he's only doing this because if he didn't, he'd make no money, he'd be destitute. And then he goes, he can't even control himself. It's all he wants to do. He's in too deep. Meanwhile, this has already been negated because Patrick's not on with us today. So it seems that Patrick's able to take a step back if he needs to.
It's like every accusation is a confession with some of these people.
Yep.
I mean, there's that, we didn't watch it all the way through, Carl, but that first video you pulled up, the second half is about you.
I know. We have that if we have time.
And that one, everything he's talking about you sounds like it's about Aaron. Like it's just
This last sentence right here, Moody, you said it. It doesn't read as anything else. And the fact that he thinks other people can't see that, because he's putting this into action. Like, if something like, if what Melton, said about, my kid, and if that was, I felt that way and it was real, I would want her to be protected. I'd tell her what she needs to protect herself, and then I would want to live in a world where that's not what's happening. I wouldn't be forcing it into fruition and making more paperwork and dealing with it. I was really afraid. I would want it to go away. So right at the end, all it reads as is, I can't stop. I am obsessed. You need to make this stop because I can't do it. I'm in too deep.
He is in too deep, yeah.
That is...
Steel Toe doesn't exist without Nobody Likes Onions at this point. He's in too deep. He can't figure out his way out of this.
There's 7 hours a day of him talking about the other guy. It negates your argument, Aaron. You can't throw this stuff at people.
You're right, Adam. These two sentences really do sum up Aaron perfectly. I believe it is a compulsion at this point, and he could not stop himself if he tried. He is in too deep. That's a great...
Aside from the genital paragraph, that one I think is also quite telling. We're on a roll. Things are going really well. Tuki's gone, which is great. So you know what that means. It's time to bring everything to a halt with supertip.gg/WATP and Dabble Babble coming in.
Hi, everyone. It's Carl Heberger here. I have a message for all of you listening to this podcast. I strongly encourage you to send an email to Toe's inbox. I wholeheartedly endorse this. Thank you.
That was not me. That was AI. I reject that.
That second one was actually the AI that talks about it being AI.
Ghost Crusaders TV coming in.
You four better shut the hell up. If you don't, there is an HRO waiting with all of your names on them. Karmic X is going to get one too if he continues to stream in the mornings.
It's not going to solve all your problems, Aaron. I know that wasn't the real Aaron, in case anyone's like, Carol, you're not talking to that guy. I know.
It's me, Papa, Carl's Jr. Hamburger. It's so cold here in limbo with the other unbaptized babies, but I'm glad you killed me instead of burdening me with a dad who doesn't know T2 is the better movie.
All right, it got funny again. I'll give it to you. Thank you, Colin Madden. Hellraiser 69 coming in.
Hoo-hoo! I stand for my free speech, not yours. Hoo-hoo!
Yes, very famous Howard Stern quote right there. Jay Loiterer.
Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody walk the purple-mouthed dinosaur.
I like that. Not really pertinent to the conversation we're having, but I still like that. Dang Lizard coming in.
The toe inspired me. So the Tookster will be filing a restraining order against Liam McAnee as soon as I can figure out his last name.
RPG again.
Why does Moody pronounce genitalia like an Italian broad's name?
Assume.
Genitalia.
Mistress
Genitalia.
We did have a go-go dance in the Isotopes. Her name was Jenny Talia. I think that's what you're going for there. Mistress Meg coming in. Toe filed on behalf of his daughter. Nothing about Toe applies. Am I wrong? He's filing for both of them.
Yes.
He lists both of them as the victims in this.
Here's a thought. Is Aaron saying all this nonsense because he think he can plead insanity and get out of this because he know he fucked up?
Maybe. That'd be tough, but all right, Dabble Babble again.
Moody, how can you not see that Aaron added the definition of a parasocial relationship in Section 9, where he lists that Patrick feels he has a relationship with Aaron?
That guy's
Yeah, how
fun.
come you didn't do that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't do that.
Where were you?
John's ear mites coming in.
Sure, I'm a very famous person who is guilty of all the accusations brought against me, but it's just not fair that I have no recourse when better podcasters report on my miserable failures.
Where's PP Daddy? I made a smelly island in the bathtub and it's chasing me.
That really painted the picture, didn't it? Who hasn't been there? Scarface coming in.
You think this is gay ops and lawfare? I'm having my minions watch all the shows so I can come after super tips. You are using my likeness without permission. Cease and desist, or else.
Oh no. So many
But-
gay ops with this guy.
So did we make it clear that this is like an HRO not about talking about him, but
Well,
about
we'll see that. We still haven't
We haven't
gotten
gotten
to that
there yet,
Oh, okay.
Dookie.
We're
Oh,
working
sorry.
through it.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're still.
Yeah, if I were the biological mom of Chihuahua and them, I'd be pretty pissed.
God fucking damn it, Aaron. I told you to stop dragging my child into this.
I don't know what Lisa Boswell has to do with this. Dang lizard again.
Carl, don't drink a Celsius. You have your nap coming soon.
Ha ha ha, that was exactly what Tookie says 44 minutes into the video that Aaron referenced in the HRO just before Nick was introduced. The puppet and laughter makes this a really threatening scene.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, because in there you see Aaron sent them full episodes. And it's funny because it's from Nobody Likes Onions. And he says somewhere around 44 minutes it starts. So they're
Yeah.
saying that at 44 minutes, it's Tukey talking about Celsius and Carl taking a nap.
That's hilarious. Ghost Crusaders TV.
I'm patiently waiting for one of you to mess up so I can send you an HRO. I dare you to speak about my beautiful little button cock. It's beautiful, like a kickstand on a tricycle. Don't mention how gorgeous it is at night and how big it gets when I watch my wife get plowed by another man. Don't dare speak about how I love the taste of cum. Understand?
Understood. Napoleon Solo. Everyone in the Dabbleverse should testify like Seinfeld finale. Love to see Joey C. Carmick Tukey on stand.
Yeah.
That's a funny idea right there. If this all goes to trial and you bring in all the Dabbleverse personalities. JC, Crash is a stupid song. I liked Say Goodbye.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
This is not the cover show that Aaron was doing earlier. I think you're
Right.
mistaken.
I think that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Penis, penis, penis. Thank you, Dermbag. Is Tukey Adams Bush?
If we're lined up correctly, yeah.
It's not bad. Flip Charlotte upside down so you can carry her like a six-pack. Chaos Queen. So many legal dramas. Riley, Aaron, Patrick, Podcast Hitman, Ricada. We need a dry erase board thing. I know. Chaos Queen. It's almost too much. Too much. We're just trying to do shows and have fun. We're not trying to murder our girlfriends like Podcast Hitman. We're not trying to get arrested by comic book artists like Riley. Adam, why do you do these shows every day? You're an odd but good addition to WATP. I just bought in East Meadow.
East Meadow.
Go for a slice when you're back home.
Fantastic. We can hit up Rose's Pizza. Everybody loves local talk. Listen, when I started
Well, it's
doing...
your fault for talking about hanging out with Obnoxious John in Cleveland. Now everyone thinks that they're going to hang out with you when you visit their town.
Well, that was moderately fun. That was we had a good time.
Yeah.
But
Moderately fun.
listen, I didn't know what to expect.
What were you saying, though? I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
I thought, I didn't realize that so much of this humor, I was naive, was based on alliances, and that I was aligning myself with a side by doing a show consistently. And I was so paranoid about that to begin with because I knew we didn't share all the same opinions, that I'm like, I'm going to form my own opinions on these people. So I want to go talk to them myself, and then I'll decide. And what we found is that we have differences on a lot of these people, but we can still enjoy talking about it. The only thing I take issue with is fuckers like Tukey saying,
Yes.
enough Adam Bush on all these shows. It's too much. How
Yes.
often are you watching Jake Hudson every week? Who is watching Chrissy Mayer every week that
You're
I'm
ruining
fucking
it.
up your schedule?
You're ruining everything.
I've seen the numbers. Like 50 people are watching these shows at a
And
time.
I'm always
not,
there.
Yeah, I'm not fucking up their schedule. No one's watching it on their own. I'm
And-
bringing it back.
Tukey's gotten very critical of all of us recently, I've noticed. He's really getting too big for his britches.
He
over
makes
there.
good points. There's no reason we
Sometimes.
can't return it right back. There's no
Thank
reason.
you. All I told
influence of Chad.
All I told you, Adam, was value your time. That's all.
That was good advice to begin with.
And you haven't taken it.
No, I have not. No, I have not.
Yeti Spaghetti became a YouTube member. Thank you very much for doing that. And the One Pun member for 5 months. It's going to be an amazing few months when the HROs get dismissed and the sentencing happens, especially when the judge sees these. Love you more than a friend, fellas. I'm so much looking forward to this. I didn't think that the saga was going to get this interesting. I thought we kind of had the best things come and go. But the end of this month is going to be amazing. The 23rd.
The second half of this month is going to be very
it's awesome.
The Onion in Nevada is such a threat to me that I filed this emergency HRO against him weeks after I filed an HRO for a guy whose cum I tasted and who I have not spoke to since April.
Thank you, Koof.
Both the month and the woman.
Right. All right, let's get back to the HRO.
All right. I ask the court to issue an HRO as follows. Respondent shall not harass me or my minor children for whom I'm the parent, legal guardian, or step-parent. Respondent shall have no contact with me or the children. Respondent shall stay away from where I or we live.
Seems pretty easy. All these things seem pretty easy so far. Okay.
I think Patrick has followed this his entire life. Like there's never been a time where this has not been the case.
Yep.
And he's asked for 1,000 feet. Is what?
But how come he only put one home? Doesn't Charlotte live in 2 homes? So does that mean Melton can get her?
She's fair game. She's fair game at the other house.
He can get her at the other house. All right. Good to know.
Why does he need 1,000 feet? He doesn't think he can outrun Patrick? We can all outrun Patrick.
Godzilla.
Well, that's true.
Well, he hasn't proved at all that there's physical threats. He doesn't even see the guy when he's there in front of him.
He said they never met.
Yeah, they've never met. So why is he trying to create a situation where he has to tell his daughter, yes, you're in physical danger right now.
Right.
So
and the one time he referenced that Patrick showed up somewhere, he wanted to take video and photos of him. That's it.
It's his court-appointed duty to video everywhere he goes and all of his appearances. If there was a chance where my kid was like, am I being stalked? I would want to create a situation where I could say, no, it's just an internet thing. Don't worry. Please don't go to sleep scared every night. But I also need you to sign this in triplicate saying that this man's going to stay away from me.
The respondent should be barred from online behaviors exhibited in this document and should not be mentioning myself or my family.
Okay. So that's really what he wants. This is really the crux of everything.
This is the whole thing is structured around
this. Aaron is a crybaby. He goes on and he rallies against everyone and tells them what's up all the time and has no problem doing that. And then as soon as this guy's making fun of him a little bit too much, he's like, I don't want to make fun of me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's such a pussy move.
It explains that the other person can fight this and the amount of time it takes. I am not requesting a court here. If the court denies my request for an HRO because the court finds there is no immediate and present danger of harassment, then I want a court hearing. So he's like,
do that.
I want it.
If you don't want me to go, why would he give up the main reason they would find this to be invalid? I know you're thinking that there's no actual real threat here, but before you do, that's really going to anger me.
Yeah.
I request an HRO for a length of 2 years. Yeah.
A little less than 2 years.
Which is less than 2 years from today. All right.
He could have just checked 2 years. But what's interesting about this is that if you select more than that, scroll down a little bit more. If you select more than that, then you have to likely to schedule a court hearing for any request over 2 years. He doesn't want this going to court. He wants to just go away. I found an HRO. Stop talking about me. Everyone go away. This little piggy's dissolved. We're done with all of this. This is what he was hoping would happen. And he's brought in a world of hurt on himself.
You guys all just make fun of me. This all goes away. It's very simple.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're doing this to yourselves. Also, going to court means money, Carl. That's also why I don't want to go to court.
Correct. It does.
Unless they make me, I guess.
And
$50.
He signed it
You
all.
know how much court costs? $50.
An interesting
that
thing.
$50 sure looks good right now.
I declare under penalty of perjury that everything I have stated in this document is true and correct, which... Oh.
Don't sign that.
He did.
Uh-oh.
He did. right
It's not like he
here.
dragged his family into it too. Come on, he's a good dad.
Right.
Oh boy.
Aaron Imholt radio. I
All
don't have
right.
a personal email that doesn't involve radio.
All right.
He's a corporation. He can't help it.
I guess so.
So, request for hearing. This is, I guess, Patrick responding
Okay.
to that, saying,
Yeah. So Patrick says,
like-
"Fuck you.
Yeah.
Let's take this to court.
Let's
If
take
you're
this
gonna-
to court."
If you're going to lie about me in this HRO, then I'm going to probably fight against this."
Yes, and Patrick has hired an attorney, whereas Aaron has not.
This is amazing right here.
Uh-oh.
Aaron was not prepared for this. Like, Patrick's not destitute. He can certainly hire an attorney and fight this, you idiot.
Right. This attorney is the same as the one that Nick is using. So this guy's just gonna have the same case, two of
Perfect.
the same ones.
So,
all right.
Patrick got a discount probably. He was probably buy one,
Right.
get one.
Yeah. So this is what Patrick would have received. This is the
Yes.
ex parte order granting or petition of harassment restraining order. So ex parte means one of the person is not there. So it was without Patrick needing to go there, and he was granted a harassment restraining order. There is an immediate and present danger of harassment to justify temporary relief. There are reasonable grounds to believe that the respondent has engaged in harassment which has or is intended to have a substantial adverse effect on safety, security, or privacy of petitioner or petitioner's minor children or the person subject to guardianship by committing the following acts: made uninvited visits to the petitioner.
This is amazing right here.
That is
This
the
is
only
really
thing.
this is
Out
what
of all those things?
Yes, because he wanted to no more social media, no more talking about me anywhere. You can't do this, you can't do that. And the court went, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if he shows up at your house, that's kind of fucked up. We don't want that.
The only reason this is granted is because the judge believed Aaron when Aaron said that Patrick showed up uninvited.
Right.
To Aaron.
Right. Which is not true, of course.
Was the court case.
Yes.
100% of the time that Patrick and Aaron have been in the same room, a bailiff was present.
Right.
It's never been private. They've always had, it was just that courtroom.
I don't know I don't know what it's like in Stearns County or what the courts there deal with a lot. I'm assuming it's not a lot of this celebrity tainted stuff. It's not a lot of this online. I don't know. But when someone makes a threat like that, when they can actually prove a relationship that the person's there, it's within the court's interest to grant one the first time. You grant it if there's a threat, because if something does happen, you don't want to be, we didn't do anything to help this person and they did everything they could. So getting one of these for how long does this last? Do we know?
2 years.
2 years.
June of 2027.
Wow, that's a long time.
Right.
For 2 years?
But it's interesting that they're saying, okay, it's reasonable based on this uninvited visit, but look at what's not checked on here. Took
Followed,
pictures.
monitored, or pursued. That was one of the ones he said. Made threats. That was one of the ones he talked about. Frightened petitioner. That wasn't found.
Took pictures, which was specifically what was mentioned in that, and they're just like, yeah, we don't care about that. Disseminated private sexual images without permission. That was specifically said in Aaron's complaint.
Because he provided no evidence of any of this stuff. Like all of this, this is like the battered woman exception. It's like maybe this person that's applying for this HRO is just a little bit illiterate or does not come across well on written paper, but it's telling us, the courts, that they're afraid. So let's believe them.
Was that last one the big one that Aaron wanted? Use social media to harass?
Yes.
So,
look at this. Not checked.
Not checked. It is ordered.
That would have been good. Right?
The request for temporary relief is granted, and respondent shall not harass petitioner, petitioner's minor children, or person to guardianship. Respondent shall have no direct or indirect contact with the petitioner or his children.
Yep.
Respondent is prohibited from being within 500 feet. So the judge looked at that and was like, not 1,000, 500.
That's really interesting.
It is interesting. Because what's the difference? This guy lives in Las Vegas. What are we talking about?
He asked for 1,000 on Nick's one, and he got 1,000. This time, he only got
That's interesting.
50%.
And it's a whole separate font. They really went to a lot of effort.
They
Do you
did,
think-
yeah.
Do you think Aaron thinks indirect contact means like the internet, though?
Stream sniping?
Yeah, like why would he think
So,
any of this has to do with
Direct or indirect contact is like you reach out to that person. You either speak to them directly or you like tell someone to go and tell someone else, which isn't really happening with you just commenting on a show. As long as the show is not directed at that person, then it's not contact. You've got a First Amendment right to critique videos that are out there.
And public figures and people that have their own show that can be reviewed. And when you look at the HRO stuff, he can still do that. There's nothing about that. I think he can even still go to the court. I don't know how far 500 feet is exactly, but it's not going to really stop him from doing anything. It's just one of these stuttering John, like, the court said you're not cool. Take that. Don't you feel that? Doesn't that hurt you and scare you the way it does me? Not
Yeah,
really,
when I got a cease and desist from John that said, you're not allowed to do these following things, all things I've never done.
Right.
I went, yeah, this will be no problem.
But didn't it feel bad to be told you were wrong?
No, it was fun. It showed everyone. It read it out.
Some kind of emotional maturity. What the fuck is that?
So this other section would be where they'd put no mentions on social media, but they hadn't done that. Any request relief that is not specifically listed above is denied. So this is all he gets, being 500 feet within 500 feet of the house and direct or indirect contact.
So why the fuck is Patrick Melton out of the show today? He's still allowed to talk about this clown? He didn't want to be on my channel? What the fuck?
He needs to, because you could have like a this guy's trying to get him arrested.
Defend your boyfriend, Moody. No, I'm obviously joking. Patrick's going to be very smart about his response.
Right.
And we'll make sure that Aaron regrets this, I think.
But there is something in there that says Melton can't email or send messages to Aaron through
Correct.
social media sites. But that's obviously different than just talking about Aaron on his show,
Correct.
and playing clips.
He can talk about Aaron. He can look at pictures of him, comment on him, but I don't think he'd be able to like. I think he can tag him on Twitter. Like that would be starting to contact him directly.
I
He
wouldn't
can't
do that.
send messages. Like that's the sort of stuff. Like arguably, like if he says a sentence that's directed at Aaron, like Aaron, what are you doing? Like that might be iffy, but who knows?
Try to trip him up when he's live tonight on Nobody Likes Audience.
Well, that's one of the reasons you need to be careful. It's because of that. Any requested relief that is not specifically above is denied. The restraining order is in effect until 30th of June 2027. So he got an extra 29 days from what he asked for.
But hold on a second, though. It says, go back up. So it says this is valid through 2027 unless changed by a latter court order. Respondent can ask the court to change or vacate the restraining order by filing a request for hearing within 20 days of the date of service of this petition.
Which is what happened. That's the document.
That's exactly what
before this.
happened.
Yeah.
Patrick said, yes.
Yeah.
I want that thing.
Yeah.
Those must be signifiers. The 500 feet, the only checking one. They must almost be letting them know this is a very weak thing.
Yes.
And we did it to protect the children because we would rather err on the side of that. Like, it's not going to affect this guy's life. If somebody says a kid's being harassed, let's try and just protect that. Good on them. But I don't know what's going to happen in 20 days.
July 21st is the original hearing date, and the lawyer wanted it changed. And then, notice of hearing, 23rd of July, 2025, 1:30 p.m. Stearns County is when it's all going down.
So exciting.
Because Patrick doesn't have to be there, or he does have to be there?
He does have to be there. So Patrick's going to Minnesota. Which is ironic. It's like you've got you're saying this guy isn't allowed to come near me, and he wouldn't have unless you filed this thing.
That's the funniest part about that's the irony in all of this. The restraining order only says don't get anywhere near me, but if you don't agree with this, we should probably go to court together. It's like, I don't agree with it. So here we go.
So it's going to be interesting seeing how he goes about trying to prove all this stuff, because it seems like it's very easy to defend against a lot of that stuff. I mean, we played one video clip without me having to look a lot to find it, which completely disproved the one thing he was granted for.
Just play the clip he made for Hackamania 2 and go, Your Honor.
Right.
He was a part of the harassment.
But
This is on.
The Hackamania 2 one, that wasn't even seen as a reason by the judge, though. The judge was like, who cares?
Right. That's true.
The judge only cared about the turning up uninvited, which is the court hearing.
Which, obviously was not understood because he never mentioned that it was a court hearing.
If he had written in the details, he turned up to one of my court hearings and witnessed it and caused no disruption, that wouldn't have been given. But I guess the judge filled in the blanks.
It's not like Patrick was going to every karaoke bar looking for Charlotte while he was in Minnesota. He certainly was not. That's
But
what
like
he told
Toki's
me.
saying in that video, he's saying, bring it on. That's the tone.
Yes.
That's what he's saying. Come
Bring
meet
it
me
on.
at this bar. Bring it on.
Yeah. And then saying things like Nick, who I also have an HRO against. Yeah, but Nick's fighting that HRO. Like, it's not a...
Right.
It's like he tries to set up all these facts in a way that make the situation way worse than what it is.
Parents instinctually feel, I think, things like, why is he trying to get this monster preying on his daughter and his daughter in the same room at the same time? Like, why are you trying to create that? Why are you dragging that on instead of doing things to make it go away?
I don't think Charlotte will be there, to be honest, Adam. Like, why would you bring her?
But to Adam's point, it's like, this is the last thing that if you thought this guy was an actual physical threat and was trying to do something harmful to your daughter, the last thing you would do is give him an opportunity to invite him back to Minnesota and force him to come and defend himself.
Charlotte, get dressed and finish your cereal and get dressed. We have to go to court to fight that guy who's been harassing you that you couldn't even pick out of a lineup.
Hey, don't wear that. That's too revealing.
Daddy did this for you. Doesn't Daddy love you? See? He's protecting you against this guy you had no idea about until Daddy brought it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And read to you what they said. You would have never known.
Another SJ parallel. All right. Supertip.gg/WATP. Koof coming in again.
Thank you, hubby, for not killing yourself after getting an HRO against you.
Yes, thank you all for not killing yourselves. John's Earmites.
While I'm putting in the work, Tookie is busy fouling a hot tub covered in sweat and pizza grease. I'm too good for you losers. There. I said it.
We love you, Alan Buck.
I'm going to need to go, but...
Moody, great job, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Looking forward to what comes. I guess not much stuff happening this week.
Oh, this is gonna be fantastic, and
just seeing him like seethe a little bit while not talking about the drama, I think has been interesting because it's been so uninteresting that it's notably uninteresting.
Yes. His numbers are so far down, like we talked about at the beginning, and he's pretending that the numbers have never been higher, and I love it. It's so fun.
All right,
thanks,
catch you later, guys. Bye.
Feel better.
Bye.
That's what's so fascinating about all this stuff. It's like he just wants to get back to reviewing song covers for people that hate him.
Yeah.
Like that's what he's just trying to get back to?
He doesn't know. That's the thing that Patrick has done a brilliant job of pointing out. Aaron doesn't know what his show is. And the clip that I played 2 hours ago, probably now, or more so, where he goes, guys, the show is whatever you want it to be. Just tell me what you want. See, that's not what a show host does.
That's something I can't miss as a fan. What the fuck is that?
What are you talking about? My good buddy Chad Zumach does that same formula.
Yeah, he's constantly putting out polls and what should we do next? And should I do a show today?
Like you're asking me to pay you to also do your show for you. That would be crazy.
What don't you get? This is for the people. So let the people decide what they want to pay Chad and Aaron to do.
And it actually makes sense. What's funny is that we're all laughing at this. It all makes sense to them. They're like, well, yeah, they're the people paying for it. Of course I'm going to ask them to tell me what to do.
The audience is your boss, Carl.
I went to see Cirque du Soleil. It's no longer happening, but Love, the Beatles tribute that they did. Never once did they take requests from the audience. Which Beatles song do you guys like? Want to hear Hey Jude? It's like, no, put on a fucking show. I'm here to watch it. Ghost Crusaders TV.
Guess what? Those pretty antisocial bitches are next.
Oh, are they coming up after this show? Pretty antisocial?
No, I think he's saying they're next for an
HRO.
HRO.
They're next for the HRO. Yeah. It's a literal Carl. I did it again. All right.
Dumbass.
Yep.
You know he's a good attorney because he didn't have a @yahoo.com email address.
One clue, Scarface.
I literally called out Mersh and asked him who gave him permission to make fun of me like the tough guy I am. These noodle arms can throw hands. Another spin for the toe. And so.
Well said.
The Justin Toledo coming in.
Wait, it's the Steel Toe Anniversary Pre-Show, July 23rd. Tickets on Eventbrite, perfectly fine. The judge runs the court, and I sell tickets to my own event in it.
Oh, like the golf tournament.
Right, just like the golf tournament. Ghost Crusaders TV, $20. He just doesn't want them allowed in the court when he gets sentenced or making videos on his sentencing. That's all this is about. He was humiliated because he couldn't spin anything because they went to the courthouse. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he also saw that we have interviews with Coach Scott and our buddy Cheeto is embarrassing us, it's just like it all became too much.
Mm-hmm.
You had to try to stop it. The only way he knows how. Mugen, First Amendment, not in Steel Toe country. Ghost Crusaders TV, do you think his lawyer knows any of this is happening? Oh, that's a good question. Is Todd Peterson, is that his name?
Well, he has no lawyer. I don't think he's using Todd Peterson.
Not for this. Not for these,
you mean
HROs.
does he know this is all going? Yeah, I know.
Because I would imagine Todd would be like, no, this is a bad look, man.
Shut up.
Yeah, you gotta shut up about this.
We've said that about his entire relationship with this Todd Peterson every step of the way. I'm assuming if he can just get rid of his coach and his mentor that fast, that either he got dropped or he can't afford it, and that's it, and he's going rogue, and no one will touch him after this.
But Aaron also taught us that he learned nothing because he's the one who has now spilled out the information about this HRO for no reason, like he did with his, the Nick Rekieta stuff. At the same time going, I don't understand why Melton would lie to all of you. Well, because Melton knows not that. Like, this is insane. I can't believe this is real life.
We would not have talked about any of this.
Right.
Today's show would not have been about this if not for what happened this morning. I woke up with a text message saying, Aaron just brought up the HRO, and I went, good. Right. This little piggy's going to be fun today. Fucking idiot.
Right.
Why did he do that?
This show would have been about fucking Johnny Crutches not knowing how islands work.
Right. Or Aaron saying that I only am doing a show with Adam Bush because he's an actor. I don't even know. We gotta get into that. I still have to figure that part out. Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to watch Aaron addressing the haters?
No, I gotta go.
All right. We've been on a long time. We're coming up on 3 hours. We've had over 1,500 people watching pretty consistently. So thank you all for being here for this. This has been a fantastic episode of This Little Piggy.
Whenever we're confronted with people, just like we were saying, where we can't understand why they're doing what they're doing, I start to think maybe they're doing what they want. Maybe this is what they want. All he wants from this HRO is a public win for the toe that he can point at and say, I hurt this person. Even if it doesn't hurt him, I can say I did in some court. I got to win, and that's what he wanted. Sexually, I think he wants to be in a chair while all this stuff goes on. So he's kind of creating it again, forcing Nick to come back and everyone to come back. And all this stuff, it's very weird. But he's getting what he wants.
Is he beating off watching the show right now? Or is he already
Tuki's on, yeah. Most people are.
Of course. And
Adam's
Carl,
Bush.
please, you can continue to go.
No.
Yeah, no, we're good.
We're good. Tuki, you're doing Bedabbler Live, Bedabbling Live tomorrow morning?
Yes, 10 a.m. East. Tukisoup.com is where you'll find everything. Thank you very much.
Go to Bedabbler's YouTube channel, subscribe, hit notifications so you can see whenever he's online. Tuki's back from vacation and doing great work. We'll see you tomorrow. And then if you want to see myself and Adam Bush live at a beautiful resort, Villa Roma Resort in Callicoon, New York, what's going to be happening is Adam, myself, Anthony Cumia, we might actually get Rich Voss on this show too. Rich Voss is doing a comedy show after WATP Live.
Nice.
But we'll be in a theater at the Villa Roma Resort September 5th at 7:30 p.m.
Beautiful.
Tuki's been there. He can attest. It is.
No, it's beautiful.
It's amazing. You're going to love it there. WATPlive.com is where you want to go for tickets and to get more information. There's other shows that weekend. Dave Landau's headlining. There's a reunion of the comedians from The Compound. And like I said, Rich Voss is going to be there. So there's a lot of things going on for the weekend. But
a Jewish comic in the Catskills? What?
This fucking guy couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself. But yes, we will be performing live in a theater, a one-off show. You don't have to be part of anything else. Just come out September 5th, a Friday, 7:30. Get your tickets at WATPlive.com. It's going to be a great live show. And anyone's been to the WATP live shows will tell you they don't suck. John's Earmite's coming in one last time.
Moody, with his disruptive exit, really stepped on my last super tip of self-aggrandizing.
We love you, Alex Borsch!
Thank you for pointing that out.
Very good. All right,
we all felt it. Nobody wanted to say it, but we all felt it.
Adam, anything else you want to promote before we get out of here?
Just that against everybody's wishes, I'm going to be on with Harrison Young next week.
Yes!
And I'll be on with you on WATP on Wednesday. Looking forward to it.
That is correct. WATP tomorrow, by the way, which I do behind the paywall at 2 o'clock. Go on Patreon or if you became a member here on YouTube, you can watch it. Lucy Tightbox is going to be on. Eric Zane is going to be on. We're going to be going over
NLO live tonight.
We're going to be going over more of this. Okay, yes, NLO is live tonight, so check that out. We're going to be going over more of this Ethan Klein lawsuit.
Nice.
And this Casey Tron woman who can't get out of her own way. She seems like the dumbest streamer in the history of streaming, so we'll be covering that.
Crazy with those eyes, and
he's always has. Ethan's a hard guy to root for. And then when you see the way he orchestrated this lawsuit, you're like, I don't blame him. It's kind of brilliant, if I'm being honest. For Tukey and Moody and Adam Bush, I've been Carl from the Creep Off saying Gagia.
There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's scrim to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma, another win. Oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars, and this little piggy's breaking down. Wow! Every week we're cabbage flow. Tune in for this little piggy show. From revenge porn to felony, it's a circus, can't you see? The toe is bent, the goal is spent. His empire crumbles, all hell sent. April's playlist on repeat. Aaron's lies we can't defeat. The countdown's on, it won't take long to see this piggy squeal his song. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars, and this little piggy's breaking down. Wow! Every week moving cabbage flow. Tune in for this little piggy show. Oh, this little piggy ain't missing a thing. Just sit back, laugh, and watch the